Okay, I think we're back. Hopefully we're back. Dude, I fucking swear to God, I'm gonna throw this router out the fucking window. OBS just doesn't know what to do anymore. It doesn't know if we're live or if we're not live. If we're live, can someone just drop a message in the chat saying that we're live, please? I don't know what's happening. I need to fucking verify logging in. We are live. Okay, thank you, no rest. Fuck me, guys. I swear to, I'm not fucking doing this again. I'm not cat. If I'm gonna have to cat sit for my mum again, I'm literally gonna buy a 5G router just to bring with me because this is fucking unbelievably bad. I don't know how my mum lives in this house with fucking internet from the 1980s, bro. Like, literally, I would rather have dial-up than this shit. It's either that or I'm going to bring like a fucking 20-foot Ethernet cable and just plug it directly into my computer. Because this just sucks. Welcome back. Thanks, guys. It's really starting to fucking tilt me, honestly, this internet. Like, it's literally, it's 2024. I've said that twice this stream. It's not 2024, it's 2025. It's literally 2025. Like, surely everyone should have internet in their house that just, like, doesn't disconnect. It's like we're living in a fucking third world country. Okay, let's get back on track. My God, I don't know what it is about. There's something about like having a bad internet connection that like genuinely makes me like furious. I don't know what it is. Like I can deal with, you know, frustrations in life. I can deal with like bad shit happening. I can deal with like people being like assholes. Like I can remain pretty chill. There's just something when it comes to like bad internet that just really gets under my skin and makes me like way more annoyed than I should be. I don't know if it's because I work in IT or like, I don't know what I think maybe because I've grown up like with having bad internet as a kid and like begging my mum to like upgrade the internet and she's just like, oh, we don't need that because she just doesn't understand it. Maybe like it's a bit of that. It just makes me fucking enraged when internet is bad. Especially in this day and age. So if I have to come cat sit again, I'm just gonna buy a 5G router, I think, and bring that with me. Because I cannot be dealing with this. YouTube is so cringe when it comes to DCs, having to navigate to your channel again. Yeah, it sucks. Got the authentic 2004 internet connection? True. It's like someone just rang the landline phone and the whole internet went down. Just moved out of a spot I was renting that had fucking T-Mobile satellite 5G. Was so fucking maddening. Yeah, bro. It's just, I don't know. There's something about internet problems that really does irritate me for some reason compared to anything else that, you know, you might get frustrated or angry with in life. There's something about bad internet that just really tilts me. It's literally like the first thing I did when I moved out of my mum's house was like, okay, what's the best fucking internet I can get? And I'm paying for that shit. I don't care. RuneScape, Magic Longbow, 3.5k cash and 14 shark. This is fine. Oh, bro. Free Val on the floor right there. I'll yoink that. Why not? I am a hoarder. Okay, so let's get a couple of alks out for these. And let's go do this second clue. Let's see what we get. Like at this point, I'd just be happy to get 2 good out value items. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Good luck on the hard, mate. Thank you, dude. We literally, the last clear we did, we just got our second dupe Tan Cavalier, so we're going for the back-to-back now, if possible. Right, where are we going for this one? Okay, that's not too bad, to be fair. Wow, you've been on a roll? Yeah, mate, we've been absolutely spooned with the clues. It's kind of getting silly now. Yo, what's up, Jay? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Doing well, grinding on the running strength on the pure. Wait, do you have a pure account, or is your main account like a pure? Are you talking about, because your main account is future, right? Do you have a second account? Sold my ranger boots to fund my mage levels. Feels good to have a decent cash stat finally. Hell yeah, dude, very nice. What's your magic level up to now? We are currently like 66k away from 80 magic. That's what we've been working on recently. Also been getting our smithing level up on the 70 smithing grind, which is nice. We could cut this web, that would also be nice. Where's the spot? There it is. Been working on it with Matt for a few weeks now. The pure is Future 04 with a 0 in. Ah, okay. Nice. The truth behind RNG, lies, deception, and stream of favoritism got the schizo post drafted. Nice. Right, where are we going for this one? Oh, that's an annoying one to get to. Oh, fuck. I don't know how to fix this other than literally restart the fucking game. Bear with me, boys. I messed up. Tried to open the world map. Ruin the client. Is it quicker to run from Edgeville? I think it might be quicker to just run from where we are, actually. Let's just do that. $75 mage, enough cash to buy 100k firebolts. Hell yeah, dude. I've been training with the firebolts as well. I started off with fire strikes, but it was a little bit slow. So I splashed out on some chaos runes. Did you do that weird click on the top bar where the links disappear? Yeah, that's exactly what I did. What is that? I hate when that happens. I don't know, it's because sometimes they put like the messages in like red text. You know when like you like first started playing, it would come up with like red text and it says like click here to you know, like make it go away. But like if you, once that's not there anymore, if you click there, it still like basically gets rid of the top part of the client. It's so annoying. Got Chaos Gauntlets too, feels good for XP GP rates. Nice. Yeah, I feel like if you're making a pure, then Chaos Gauntlets are probably a good choice on that if you need magic levels. Although I guess you are going to have to buy your own shark to PK with. But also, like, getting the fishing and cooking levels to do sharks just for a pure account to PK on is probably a little bit not worth. Predicting another Zambi Kite Shield. It's a strong prediction, Cheese. I mean, it would be a back-to-back unique, so I'm doubtful, but you never know. Infinity's wizard boots that he's lent us have been fucking giving us some luck, apparently, so we'll find out. But like, if we got a Zambi Kite Shield this clue, there's no way Dizzle doesn't post his draft on the forums. Also, Jay, when you said you've been working on it with Meh, do you mean like you and Meh have both been making pures together? Come to the Edgeville ledge. Okay, back to Edgeville we go. Yeah, him making his inspired me to make mine. We've been building them up together, kind of. That's kind of cool. Nice kind of little project you can work on and like compare each other's accounts, check in, see how each other's doing. Sort of grinding at the same time in a way. Right, is this the Robin? It's another clue. Undercook, okay. To Lumbridge we go. Always feels weird that the doors to the Lumbridge Castle are closed. Because in old school, like, they're always open because people are always using the bank. But obviously, because there's no bank in Lumbridge, there's just, like, never anyone here. Feels very strange. 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. This one's the Robin, surely. Okay, there's the trash clue we've been due for a while. Although, to be fair, I will take 72 lore runes. 72 lore runes is not the worst thing I could have had. Thinking old school, they're permanently open. That would make sense, to be fair. But it's still weird seeing, like, no one in Lumbridge. Like, every world you go to in old school, there's someone in Lumbridge. Sorry, Prazaz had to lay low on this one because of my threat to reveal it all on the forums. True. Was a classic spot for door closing trolls. Yeah, I guess that's a fair point as well. I let my staff of fire. That'll be why I can't elk. Don't elk the D-long. That would not be good. We got 5,000 Chaos Runes left to get, like, what are we, like 60k Magic XP away? Something like that. Should be enough. When did you get the second Black Cav? We got last weekend, Max. So at the weekend that's just gone, we got a dupe Black Cav, a dupe Sara Legs, and a Zami Kite Shield all in the same weekend. And today, we literally, the clue before the one we just did, we got a dupe Tan Cav as well. Clues have been spooning. Sup, Alex? Just did a parallel clue while you were doing yours. In the last 2 days, I duped Brown Cavs and Guthix Full Hounds. Yo, nice, man. I mean, if you're going for a collection, maybe not so nice, but hey man, a unique is a unique. And the Cavs and the Rune Armor, the Cavs and the God Rune Armor, probably the best ones that you can get dupes of, other than the Robin, obviously. Where's your beer? It's right. It's right here, Wu-Tang. In fact, I'm about to finish it, and I'll grab another one in a sec. That's my boy. SpongeBob, me boy. Is mayonnaise an instrument? I guess it depends how creative you can get with it, to be honest, scaping. Ni hoi me ni boy ni hoi? What? Sounds like Vietnamese. Yo, Peter, what's up, man? I haven't seen you around for ages, bro. How you doing? How's the garlic collection? The garlic collection is looking real good, actually. High Days donated 1,000 garlic yesterday. So we're currently up to 8,050 garlic. And Conterra is currently... he says that he's trying to collect 10,000 garlic for me, which would be absolutely mental. So the garlic collection's going good, man. What beer you drinking? We had some Cruz Campo earlier, but we've run out, so we're just on the Stella at the moment, man. It's Doodle Bob. I don't know what you mean by that. 8.5k garlic, amazing. Yeah, man. Going for the 10k. And then if Conterra actually pulls up with 10k garlic as a donation, then I guess we're going to go for the 20k. There's a PSA to everyone. It has been confirmed that collecting garlic from the cupboard in Draenor counts as an action on a weekend to get a rare spawn. So if all of you guys want to go just collect garlic all weekend and then donate it to me, then I can guarantee that you will get a rare. Terms and conditions apply. I will not be held legally responsible if you do not get a rare from doing that. Coming back to A4 for the first time in a month. Was on old school for the first time and figured it was time to come back home. Oh, come back home. That's sweet. How you finding it, man, on your return? You having a good time still? Actually collecting some garlic for you now. No way I'm collecting 10k though. You know, 10k is commitment, bro. I don't expect anyone to do that, but I will take it if anyone does. Sup, ICAP? Max stack of garlic or riot? I mean, that's the dream, but whether that will ever happen, I'm very doubtful. But that would be absolutely sick. Imagine having a fucking max stack of garlic in the bank. This garlic cupboard is kind of weird, though. It is a bit weird. Like, when I started the collection, I went and got 1.5k for myself. Because I feel like people are more likely to donate garlic if they can see you've already got, like, a decent chunk of it. If I had, like, 15 garlic in the bank and I was like, guys, go donate garlic to me, people might be like, you know, oh, he's not that serious about it. If I've got like over 1,000 garlic in the bank, then people might look at that and be like, oh, okay, I'll go do it. But when I was doing that, there's like certain times where you're spam clicking the cupboard and it will just be like, it just will stop giving you garlic and you have to like either go downstairs and back up or you have to like log out and log back in again. It's a bit strange. Still got to revisit 2004scape to get 60 attack. How yeah, Peter. I mean, the best time to do it would be on the weekend, man. Now that rares are coming into the game. If you didn't know, you can get rares every weekend for the next 3 months. So it would be the time to do it. Trying to get back into the grind. Still got Legends and Underground Pass to do, so progress to work on. How yeah, man. The Legends cape is so cool. I really like it, so definitely worth to get that. If you try and take garlic when your inventory is full, you get a message saying you don't have enough room. Yeah, it's a bit janky. I guess they didn't count on people like spam clicking the cupboard to get loads of garlic. Do I waste the glory charge or just walk since I'm in Brimhaven? Where are you trying to get to, Infinity? Those messages stack on each other and you can't walk away to cancel it. Yeah, you have to like keep, once you've like built up all of those messages, you have to keep click to continue to get rid of them. I know what you mean. Context got Luther's Clues there. I would probably glory because I'm lazy. I guess it depends if you've done Heroes Quest. If you've done Heroes Quest and you can just recharge your own glories, then do it. Go for it. If you have to get someone else to do it for you, then I don't know. Maybe just walk it. Can end up with loads of full invent messages you can need to cancel. Yeah, I've seen that. First weeks of 2004scape were absolutely the best. I think the first weeks of 2004... Well, I wasn't here for the first weeks of 2004scape. I started at the very beginning of March. But those times were very good. I think also when members got released, those first few weeks of members release were also very, very good. Alternatively, just walk away from the cupboard and the messages should go away. That's the thing, Infinity. I don't think you can. Like, you can click to walk, but it won't let you because you're, like, locked into the messages. It's very strange. Members release, it didn't even feel like a private server. Yeah, true, man. It was a great time to be playing, for sure. You're referring to pay to play? Ah, got you. Yeah, it was a great time. There were well over 1k players online during the time members came out. Dude, there was over 2k. I think we peaked at like 2,200 people when members came out. It was absolutely wild. How long are you going to be streaming? So I know you're still around so I can give you this garlic. I don't know, maybe like another hour or two. It's midnight for me now. I was streaming last night. I didn't go to bed till 3 in the morning, so I'm very tired today. So I don't want to have like a super late night again, but since we've had a few beers, I've kind of woken up a bit, so we're chilling for now. Legit didn't feel like a private server at all. Yeah, I've said this a couple of times. Like, when people join this chat and they don't know what 2004scape is, I've said before, like, you know, it's a recreation server that's done so well that if you picked me up, took me back in time, back to 2004, but you made me log into this instead of the actual main game, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you. Like, I would not be able to tell the difference, basically. Geez, does your job start late or nah? I start at 9:30 and work until 6. So I start a bit later than normal people, I guess. But I also work from home, so I can just like roll out of bed at like 9:15, make a coffee and then log on. Been working second shift lately, wake up at 4 PM today. Hell yeah, bro. Get that lion. Market was so active, played during the peak player count as much as I could while it lasted. Yeah, to be fair, the one thing I do miss from having like thousands of players online is being able to just go to Varrock West and just like find people buying and selling stuff that I want to buy and sell. That was very nice. Kind of just have to use the markets these days. I wish the market didn't exist sometimes. I can see the sentiment of that, but I feel like the game would be a lot more tedious to play if you didn't have the market. Does Ring of Wealth affect clue drop probability? No, Alex. It only affects the gem drop table. If you're interested in how the drop tables work and how the Ring of Wealth affects them, I do have a video on it if you want to look at that in a bit more detail. But basically, all the Ring of Wealth does is remove the nothing drop from the gem drop table. So when you hit the table, you have a higher chance of getting the items that are on it. Crowded Varrock West is pure soul. True. Varrock West to Sour Blue D hides great times. Yeah, what's up, girls? That's 8 mil cash. Feels amazing. Hell yeah, dude. Very, very nice. Ty will peep the vid. Yeah, no worries, Alex. Hopefully you find it useful. It's the only video I've ever done that has no in-game footage. It's literally just me scrolling through the code of the game and trying to explain things. If we didn't have the market, we would just use the forums for the same purpose less efficiently. Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Jay. Any rares yet? No, Ginger Fox. You can only get the rares on the weekend, so didn't get any last weekend, so nothing to report since then. The market was one of the best additions. I'd take that over the GE any day. Yeah, I do kind of like it too. I think it's that perfect mix of like convenience, but like still having to interact with people. So Robert, how do you access the market? When you're in game, if you look at the links across the top of the page, you'll see like main menu, rules, world map, high scores, forums, and markets. If you click that markets button, it will open up a little window and you can search whatever item you want. And then you can either find people that have got buy offers in if you're trying to sell something, or people that have got sell offers in if you're trying to buy something. And then you can also, if you don't want to pay the prices or sell for the price that the offers are there for, you can post your own offer to buy or sell for a price that you choose. And then you just find the person, you add them in game, PM them, and then meet up with them and do the trade. Careful Garlic, talk of the Ring of Wealth may bring conspiracy guy back, who will then claim your video is deliberately misleading about the ring. True. Onion, or otherwise known as Olfan. I guess I'll just have to go and fucking edit all the old school wiki pages again. G feels like single player. Yeah, I could get that. I mean, I think eventually, like, I just came to accept the GE and the convenience it brings. And because I was playing old school in a clan, I still had that community aspect, but it definitely does sort of isolate people a lot more. The Great Idioms remind me of Lucy from the show Disenchantment. Oh, yeah. I know what you... It's kind of got like a very similar art style to Futurama, right? I know what you mean. GE update is based. Love the forestry and crash stars updates in old school because it's one of the few times people talk and it actually feels like a multiplayer game. Yeah, I don't really like forestry to be honest, but I do really like shooting stars. I kind of wish they would add the evil trees into old school. Anyone remember doing those back in the day? It was basically like shooting stars but for woodcutting. Weird, the GE does make it feel more single player, but ironically the single player game mode can't use the GE. Yeah, it's a good, fair point, Jay, actually. I hadn't thought about it like that. Evil trees were enjoyable content. Yeah, I think they were a cool update. They have them, it's just not called evil trees. Yeah, but it's not the same as it used to be. Like, they basically just copy-pasted shooting stars and changed the rewards for the Stardust, but they didn't, like, copy-paste the evil trees. Very true, missed the days of pre-EOC so bad. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people say, you know, like RuneScape kind of went, you know, was trash after like 2007, but there were definitely some like questionable updates leading up to EOC, but I still really enjoyed playing the game all the way up to, until EOC. Even with like summoning, chaotics, dungeoneering, turmoil, soul split, all of that power creep stuff. Even with all of that, I was still having a blast playing the game. It wasn't until EOC where I was really like, oh, this has like ruined it for me. Obviously, I think there's still some areas that were like better than others, but I was still having a good time playing it until EOC. Kind of wish I didn't finish Murder Mystery so I could continue to use the infinite flower barrel. I mean, you can buy pots of flour from a couple shops in the game, but I guess, yeah, infinite flower barrel would be nice. Dungeoneering was so good. Yeah, I enjoyed dungeoneering, to be fair. I did have a lot more fun doing it in a group than solo, but I quite like dungeoneering. And a lot of people used to say, like, oh, you know, it should have just been a mini game, not a skill. But I kind of thought it was cool to have it as a skill. Maybe that's a hot take, but I thought it was decent. All that made the game. In my opinion, it was awesome. The free trade coming back in Worldy was the best thing ever. Oh, yeah, dude. When the fucking wilderness and free trade changes got reverted, that was like... I feel like the RuneScape was popping off when that happened. Free trade in Worldy returning makes 2011 better than 2007. Dungeon was good if you had a competent group of friends to play with. Playing with randos was AIDS. Oh, yeah, true. I didn't play with randos. I played with people I knew. Dungeoneering was trash. Stealing Creation was sick, though. Stealing Creation is, like, still, to this day, my favorite minigame that they've ever done. Really wish... If they put Stealing Creation back into old school, then I would play the shit out of that. Off topic, but Garlic, you ever ride a dirt bike? No, man, I've never ridden any kind of motorbike before. I think a couple streams ago I was asking how do you even like change gears on a motorbike? Because I just didn't understand. Like that it was a skill because it had more longevity. Minigame reward system wouldn't keep you around for as long. Yeah, I think that's I think you've kind of hit the nail on the head there, Dizzle. I've spent a long time thinking about this, and I couldn't really, like... Whenever people would say, like, Dungeoneering should just be a minigame, I, like, didn't agree, but I didn't really have an explanation as to why. But I think you've just summed it up, really. I think it is that... It's that longevity of, like, if it was just a minigame, people would just do it, get the chaotics, and then just never do it again. I think that's what it is the fact making it a skill means that people are more, you know, do it more often. I think you're right with that. Send you a pick of mine? Go for it, man. The 8 tier weapons are pretty sick. The staff was best in slot melee wet for pures. What, the chaotic staff? Or you mean like the weapons you'd make in the dungeon? I feel like a skill shouldn't depend on other players to train. I mean, it doesn't though. You could still do 1 to 120 dunge solo. It wasn't that bad. It was just like a bit better if you did it as a group. But then again, I guess it does depend on the group. Like if you have a group of randos, it's probably better to do it solo, to be honest. Apparently, Dungeoneering is really hard to train in RS3 now because no one plays RS3. Sent 3 pics and off topic. And yes, that's me. Let's have a look. Ooh. Jesus Christ, dude. You get some fucking air on that thing. What the fuck? That's crazy. That looks fun, though. Chaotic Staff was the best in slot for Maulers, actually. Not for 60 attack pures. Ah, interesting. Updated it to make solo very close to as good as a group. Dungeoneering is super easy in RS3. I feel like most things are pretty easy in RS3, to be fair. Dungeoneering was dog water. Chaotic Rapier and Maul were cooler for PKing. I need to go grab another drink and go for a piss, guys. I'll be right back. Here we are back. In RS3, don't you just do a daily for dungeoneering? Yeah, there was a like a, what were they called? Like they were called like D&Ds, right? Like the distractions and diversions. Were they called like wormholes or something like that? Something like that, where you could do a daily basically to get like a ton of, or that was it war bands in the wilderness or something like that, where you could get a ton of dungeoneering XP. RS3 basically just turned into like dailyscape basically. Like you go do your Gothixian caches to get your divination XP, you go do your warbands, you go do your fucking wormholes or whatever. You do your daily tasks. There's so much like bonus XP you could get from doing dailies. RS3 is barely a video game. I think that's unfair. I think RS3 is still maybe not a great game, but I think if you compare RS3 to like a lot of other games that are on the market right now, it's still definitely like better than a lot of shit out there. Like if you had never played RuneScape as a kid and like old school had never existed, private servers had never existed, and today you just like went browsing on the internet for a new game and you found RS3, I think you can still have a lot of fun with it, especially as an Iron Man. Like I made an Iron Man on RS3 like a couple years ago to try play through it without all the MTX bullshit, and I had a good time with it for like 6 months or so. Hang on, the cat wants to go back outside again. Be right back. Right, we're back. RS3 is a gambling MTX simulator with a game somewhere underneath. Well, that's the thing, Dulcet. Like, if you play an Iron Man, you don't have to deal with any of the bullshit. Warbands was different, but that was also a very OP daily. Yeah. Gonna need someone to make a deep dive on the code behind this garlic cupboard, one of the weirdest objects in the game. It does act very strangely, to be fair. I kind of would be interested. I feel like I'm probably the... If anyone's going to make a video on it, it would have to be me, right? Maybe I'll have a look at the code sometime. Yo, Swedish Winston, what's up, bro? How you doing? And you are now a channel member because viewer gifted a membership, and you received the membership, so you now have access to all the emotes, man. Enjoy. I haven't played RS3 other than walking through Lumby once and logging out, but I saw a vid of someone complaining about the FOMO with there being literal hours worth of daily to keep up with. Yeah, it can get a little bit overwhelming with the amount of stuff that you cut. Oh, what other clue? Let's go. The amount of stuff that you feel like you have to do every time you log in can get quite overwhelming, because some days, you know, you just want to log in and get on with whatever you want to do, but you log in and you're like, well, now I've got to do like these 20 things before I can actually do the stuff I was wanting to do. And that can take like a couple of hours to do, so I can definitely see like it becoming a bit of an issue. Even then, it would feel like a very generic MMORPG with no real identity. I don't know, man. I would say the identity is actually very strong. Like, say what you want about RuneScape 3, like EOC, the combat system, the MTX, like the easyscape aspect of it. But when it comes to the quests and the lore of the world, I think they do a fucking cracking job with that. Like, the team that work at Jagex, that do all the lore and all the quests, I don't think I have anything bad to say about them. I feel like that is probably one of the strongest points of RS3, is the lore and the world building and the quests. I think they're experimenting with removing MTX. Don't know how it's going though. Yeah, I've heard things about that as well, Dizzle, but I don't know what their plan is for it. Thank you, Vampire Slayer, by the way, for the membership. Then again, I play Worm Online, so I'm really not the target audience of modern MMORPGs. You might be right there. Hey, John. What's up, bro? How you doing? Facts. Lore and questing is amazing. Team does excel on that. Yeah, for sure. And also, I think the art team do a really good job. Like, obviously, you know, you can prefer the old school graphics to the RS3 graphics, but you can't say that the art team for RS3 like doesn't do a good job, because they've got a lot of really cool looking stuff. Didn't realize how strong our lore and quests were until hearing the feedback from all the WoW streamers coming over. Dude, the quests in WoW are literally like, a bandit has stolen my sheep. Go and kill bandits and get me 20 bandit daggers. It's like, bro, that's not a fucking... It's not a quest, is it? It's a chore. It's an errand. Garlic, please collect this garlic from me when you finish your trip. Alright, cheese. I'll come... Do you want to meet me in your nil bank when I'm done? Or do you want me to meet you somewhere else? Still, it's hard to go back even being maxed in both skills. It isn't the same feeling. Yeah, it is definitely kind of jarring to try and go back to it. What up, Yo Keepler? How you doing, bro? Not gonna lie, while I've been digging the 2004scape as it is, can't wait for them to reach 0607. That was the peak for me. Yeah, I feel like everyone has like their golden year of RuneScape. I think 2005 is gonna be a very, very good year. So much good shit comes out in 05. You've got Barrows, you've got Slayer, you've got the Whip Gmaul rune boots from Slayer, you've got the D-Skim, you've got the Abyss rune crafting, you've got the Fight Caves. I think you have Dagonoth Kings late 05. You have Ancient Magics. I'm probably missing loads of other stuff as well. Feel like some people can be a bit torn on 07, because some people really like God Wars and some people think they want it to stop before God Wars. And I can understand both points, because I feel like the rewards that you get from God Wars, like the God Wars armor and weapons and stuff, is a massive jump in power from what came before that makes the rest of the content in the game very easy. So I can see why I wouldn't want God Wars in the game for the rewards. But also, God Wars is fun to do. Like, Bandos trips with the boys was always good fun. Seeing people PK with AGS specs was fun. So I think people are a bit torn on the God Wars issue. Art team for RS3 does a terrible job. Wow. WoW Quest as Slayer? Pretty much Dizzle, yeah. World of Warcraft and its consequences have been a disaster for MMORPGs. Only have Varrock and Lumbly tellies, so it would be cool if you could come Draenor. Yeah, I can come Draenor, man, no worries. 2005scape is going to be hype. The server is going to grow. Yeah, I think so, man. I feel like if we jumped up to 2.2k players when members got released, I feel like the player base is going to jump up when we get Barrows and Slayer. I think I keep saying Barrows and Slayer over and over, and I'm aware that I keep saying it, but I think there's a reason for that, and the reason is that those are probably the two main updates that are going to have the biggest pull for new players. I think there's possibly people that tried out the game when Mudkip was making videos, when members came out, that joined the server, thought it was cool, but it didn't have Slayer, so they were like, I'm kind of losing interest in it. But Slayer is the favorite skill of so many fucking RuneScape players. So once that gets added, it gives like a long-term grind for people to stick around with. So I don't think we'll see like crazy numbers, but I could maybe seeing us like sitting at 1k concurrent after Slayer and Barrows comes out. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. 2007 is good except for the removal of Wildy and Free Trade. Yeah, I'm assuming we won't have those things added into the game if we get that far. God Wars is a spectacular update, but it was also kind of a turning point for the game For the design philosophy of the game, yeah, 100%. It was sort of like the start of a new chapter, and it was like closing the last chapter and starting a new chapter in the history of RuneScape, I would say. Spinning Flax's peak. Spinning Flax's peak disappointment. The economy has a beautiful triangle between skillers, PKers, and PVMers when God Wars comes out. Yeah, I guess that's a fair point as well. AGS spec is a big power jump in PK compared to what we had, but we know how to combo eat now with the food we already had, and still won't have Venge with it. Yeah, true. Dude, I think when we get Barrows and people start Darrock PKing, Darrocking without Vengeance is going to be very interesting to see. Because people are going to be like more willing to risk it on low HP to try and get that massive Darrock hit because they know they can't suicide into Avenge. I think it's going to make Darrock PKing a little more interesting. I mean, maybe less interesting because you won't see like the crazy Venge like kills, but you'll see like people like risking it a lot more, I think, which would be a lot of fun to see. Makes it a bit more exciting. Slayer crafting and farming are the Giga Chad skills. When I was like 12 years old, I pit flax for like 15 hours to afford a whip. Damn, bro. Well, you're not even spinning it into bowstring. Just straight up raw dog in the flax fields. Venge comes out in 06 now? I think so, Dizzle, yeah, with the Lunar Diplomacy quest. Have it with AGS PK. Oh yeah, no, you're right, yeah. When AGS comes out, Luna's will already be out. As someone who's played a bunch of old RS private servers and seen how they evolve, I can tell you that Guthan's pieces will be like 6 mil plus pretty much forever. I mean, yeah, like, I mean, when back in the day, like the Guthan spear was like 20 mil when it first came out. So like Guthan's is gonna be very expensive for sure. Yeah, it's my PC, yeah. I was so dumb, I just sold the flax, also killed Chaos Stewards and sold all the units for the same price. I mean, that's kind of normal, right? People pay a flat price for all units, and you kind of just deal with the mixture of units you get. Was confused about the timeline. I think Venge is after the last unencrypted cache our devs have. Yeah, I guess there's like a discussion to be had of like, will they just stop at a certain point or will they try to keep going? Obviously, it will take a hell of a lot longer without those caches. Like, will they just try and create it from scratch, or will they just say we're just gonna stop now? Guthans will be used heavily for camping Abyssal Demons. Yeah, it's like, it was very popular back in the day for training Slayer without, you know, once you run out of food, you can keep staying there longer. People used to use it at like the bandit camp in the desert to AFK train with. People used to take it bossing with them. Like DKs, it was good to bring with you. You could heal up on the little spin lips or whatever they're called. Got a black G-Helm from Drop Party. Ooh, nice. Can't get over how strange this garlic cupboard is. Seems to modify its behavior like a living organism. Dude, I'm glad someone finally understands this, because I feel like when I was collecting at like 1.5k garlic, so many weird things happened when I was trying to do it with that cupboard. And I was trying to explain it on stream, and I feel like everyone else just got the 1 garlic to do Vampire Slayer, and no one's really experienced it. So I'm glad finally someone understands how weird it actually is. It's like sometimes you can spam click and continue to get more garlic afterwards. Sometimes nothing else in the game does, and sometimes it acts normal. Yeah, it's very odd. Be interesting to actually look at the code for how that works on GitHub, actually, because maybe there's like some spaghetti code going on there. Sometimes you'll get stuck in place with full garlic in messages. Sometimes you won't, even if you still spam click. Yeah, there's just like, it's so unpredictable. Sometimes I literally had to log out and log back in again because the cupboard just would stop giving me garlic. Like, I'd be clicking the cupboard, I have like empty space in my inv, and just like the cupboard would be open and it just wouldn't give me anything. And I had to log out and log back in again to like get it to give me garlic again. It's such a strange fucking part of the game. Someone needs to look into that source code, yeah. Don't know shit about computer nerd shit, but this cupboard is demonic in nature, I can tell you that much. Spam click seem to queue. I've had it happen when picking up a pile of items while not having enough inventory space. Yeah, I'd be very interested to look at the code for that. I mean, I'm not claiming I'm going to be able to understand it, but might be able to see like some things that stick out as being a bit strange with it. Right, I'm on the way to Yanil, and I will tell you to Draenor to meet you, Cheese. Are you on my world? I can't remember. What's your in-game name, Cheese? I can't remember. Is it... Wait, are you Catatonia? Is that you? Yeah? Cool. Got ya. I was saying earlier, I need a fucking spreadsheet to keep track of people's YouTube names and their in-game names at this point. To Draenor we go. On my way. Right, that's me. Take it easy, Garlic Lad. Until next time. All right, Adam, thanks for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you watching the stream. And hopefully see you soon. Here he comes, boys. The black plate body, G. Show us the goods. Show us the goods. This cupboard is diabolical. 644 garlic. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate the effort you put into that. See what that takes us up to. Adding it to the stack. 8,694 garlic in the bank, boys. It's a beautiful sight. It is a beautiful sight. We are... What are we looking at now? Less than 1.5k garlic to get up to 10,000. Hello, YouTube. Thank you, man. Thanks, Cheese. I appreciate that. We are going to go and do this clue and see if we can't get another unique today. That would be pretty sick. I think that's Varrock West Bank basement, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, of course we get a coordinate clue eventually. It was bound to happen. Also, I see we jumped up in viewers a little bit ago, so welcome everyone to the stream that's just joined. Appreciate you all tuning in. Those of you that are enjoying the stream, if you would please consider hitting that like button, I'd be forever grateful to you. Well, let's see if we can get another unique. We have got, over the last weekend, we got a dupe Sour Legs, a dupe Black Cav, and a Zami Kite Shield, and today we have got a duplicate Tan Cavalier. Let's see if we can continue the fucking spoonage that we've been experiencing so far. And I think, for those wondering, I think we've done about 50 hard clues. So that gives you an idea of just how lucky we've been. About 50 hard clues. And 11 uniques, I think, so far. Still 3 uniques after 120 hards? Damn, bro. That is rough. Did pull Zami Plate and Sour Legs, so decent uniques, but still way over average rate. Yeah. At least you got some decent ones. But yeah, I would expect you to have a lot more than that. We are trying to collect every single unique. So I'm not that bothered if I get like a shitty one as long as it's not a dupe. Obviously, if we do get a dupe, hopefully it's one that's worth some money. Where are we going for this one? I need to like learn these, to be honest, but until we learn them, Google is my friend. Oh, are we DCing? No, I was just clicking on a mountain. That's okay. I think I'm gonna tele back to edge first and then go the other way for this one. Hey, it's Callum. Do a little prayer restore on the way. Honestly, kind of really looking forward to when the Sarah Wizard clues steps get added. So when you get a coordinate clue for a hard, it's not always in the wilderness, and you have to go kill a Sarah Wizard, which is a little bit harder than the Zami, but it'd be nice to have more clue steps not in the wildy. Did that guy just log out? I think he did. There was someone training at the Magic Axa and they must have seen me and logged out because they thought I was a PK. It's kind of funny. Just sold the Black Body G to Rigger Lover. Oh, nice, man. How much did you sell it for? Literally dressed like a PK though? Yeah, true. I do kind of look like one, don't I? With the mage robes and stuff on. Could have been worse. Could have been better, I guess. No unique this time, though. I'll take the rune plate body and the... yeah, repose. I'll take the rune plate body and the rune legs. That's a little half a PK set right there. Can't complain too much about that. 700k? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Not too shabby at all. Decent for a non-unique? Yeah. But like, whenever I get like a rune plate body or a rune kite shield, or like a ton of lore runes, I'm kind of happy with those clues, because it's either PK sets or it's like lore runes, which are it's always nice to get a ton of lore runes so I don't have to go buy them from people. Also, noted sharks can be kind of nice, but I feel like you don't really get that many when you do get them. Got a rune long to Alk as well. feel like rune kite shields are definitely like the rarest piece of rune that you get from clues, though. I feel like I get full helms, legs, and bodies way more than kite shields. Maybe that's just me, but that seems to feel like the rarest piece. Okay, gonna get drunk and watch K-pop music videos for 3 hours. What a way to spend an evening, man. Enjoy, bro, enjoy. Thanks for tuning in, G's. Appreciate it. And thanks for the garlic donation as well, man. What a legend. Pop these in the bank. Cannot click anymore. Out for this. I don't have my fire staff. What am I doing? It's a cheeky little 19k right there. I'll take that. And how's the PK sets looking? We're to 28 rune full helms. A lot of these have been from Greater Demons, to be fair. 19 plate bodies, 11 legs, 9 kite shields. So definitely need to do a bit of more work on the kite shields and the plate legs, but definitely sitting pretty comfortable with the PK sets. So it's I like having a lot of PK sets because it means like I don't have to really care about dying when I'm PKing, which like. If I only had like 2 or 3 sets to PK with, I'd be like a lot more sort of, you know, like worried about losing them and then having to go buy new sets. When I've got this many sets, I can kind of just like chill, and then that means that when I'm actually PKing, I'm a lot calmer about it. I don't mind risking it, which usually, you know, that can end up paying off for me. Right, time to go get another clue and maybe 80 magic. We're getting kind of close. What are we looking at here? Another 45, 44k XP to go. Not too bad. We do need 900 blue D hides to get to 69 crafting, and then like another 1,000 to get to 70. So that's kind of going to take a long time, but I think once we hit 80 magic, we'll probably switch back to ranged of blue dragons because it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Have you been selling, alking your black D hides? Your ratio is there in your favor? No, I've not been I've not been alking any of the only items I've been alking from hard clues is like the rune daggers, the rune longswords, and the rune plate skirts. I would keep the plate skirts for PKing with, but I don't really have the bank space, so I usually out the plate skirts. And I have not been alking any of the black D hide or any MSBs or anything like that. I've just been sort of keeping them. I honestly could not tell you how many pieces of black D hide I have. Like, do you remember how many are in the bank? I just sort of deposit them and then just forget about them because they're not worth that much. It was like 10 bodies and chaps. Oh, has it been pretty balanced then? That's kind of cool. For how much rune you have, that's a good ratio. Nice. Yeah, I just kind of bank them and just don't think about them, so I have considered maybe alking some of them, but I feel like I wouldn't make that much money from them. And then if I did want to like get more black D hide in the future, it'd be a kind of more annoying to go and have to buy them than just holding on to the ones I've got. And I'm a hoarder, so I like to just stack things up, you know. And who knows, maybe in the future I'll need like multiple black D hide sets for something in the wilderness or something like that. My clue grind might be over. Out of laws. Oh, damn, bro. I too like hoarding, but I eventually started selling alchemy rune sets. Yeah, I mean, when I started, but I used to sell or alch all the rune pieces I got from clues until someone basically said, I think it might have been Bjorn actually. I think Bjorn was saying he was keeping some of them to PK with, and I was like, that's a great idea. I'm going to also do that. So I've not alched any rune armor pieces apart from the plate skirts for a couple months now, pretty much. And it's paying off, you know. It's nice to see. I feel like it's always nice to see just a bank that's just got like a ton of rune sets just stacked up. Like, reminds me of watching those bank videos as a kid of PKers. It'd be like, here's like my 50 Darok sets. Here's like my 300 rune armor sets. Here's like my 500 dragon daggers. I always thought that was super cool to see. So it feels good to just like have a nice stack of rune sets in the bank. And, you know, if it ever does come down, you know, if I'm ever, like, in a bit of a pickle where I'm like, oh, I need, like, a couple mil to, like, finish off this herblore level or something, I always have that option of, like, selling or alching those rune pieces if I really need cash. But I would prefer to have, like, a slightly smaller cash stack and just, like, everything else in the bank, like, really stacked up, you know? Just something about it makes my brain happy. Yeah, I'm watching those bank videos as a kid. You see people that have got like, you know, they got a couple thousand like of each dragon hide in the bank. They'd have like a couple thousand of every ore, of every log. It's like, who really needs like 2,000 addy ores in the bank? When are you ever actually going to use those? But it's just nice to see like a stacked out bank. I've also been considering maybe getting like a few dragon maces to PK with, because I'm pretty sure they're the same attack speed as a dragon longsword. The special attack is pretty cool, so you wouldn't even need to bring a DDS. And they have like a good crush attack against the plate body, and everyone wears plate body. So I feel like it might actually be a pretty good idea to just like get a bunch of dragon maces to PK with, honestly. Pretty sure that's what Mare was doing. In the last Edgeville event, he was just like main handing a dragon mace and then specking with it. Spec me a fucking 40 with one, so it's pretty good. It's not good for regular attack like Teffa does, but it's a better spec weapon than DDS remains. Why is it not good for a regular weapon, do you say, Jay? If it's the same attack speed as a dragon longsword and it has better crush attack against the rune plate body, is it just like the strength bonus or something? Strength bonus is lower, yeah? Okay, that does make sense, to be fair. D-Long's better DPS? Got ya. I mean, I'm hoping I can have like a nice, like a bit of a higher strength level by the time the next Edge PK event comes around. So we can, when we finally stop hitting zeros, then we can hit some big numbers. But we'll have to see what happens, I guess. Guess it depends when the next PK event is. Because I know there was a lot of people last event saying, bank the rune set, just PK in monk robes. But I like PKing in the rune sets. I like it. I know there's a lot of downtime where no one's hitting anything, but it feels nostalgic. And you've also got the whole, you know, if you do manage to kill your opponent, you get a set of rune as loot, which is always nice. And I know you could just bring GP or you could just bring the armor as a risk, but it's not the same, man. It doesn't hit the same. I feel that, yeah, full rune on the ground is so nice. Yeah, it's just something about it, man. I don't know. For ages leading up to special attacks, I was like stacking up rune armor sets because I was like, I want to do some proper old school like edge PKing in full rune, DDS spec in, and yeah, like it can be kind of boring at times because you're just hitting zeros and like you never hit with the DDS pretty much. But when you do finally hit that one Rambo spec to KO someone, it makes it even cooler. Maybe on the next event, we'll have to maybe arrange some like death matches with people. Because I know a lot of people, like myself included in this, a lot of us were like, when we're out, we'll just like run back to the bank. And obviously, you've maybe got a bit of a chance of killing someone as they're running back to the bank, but usually people just run away. Which is fine, like, you know, I'm there for the fights at the end of the day, that's kind of the fun part of it, but if there's people that, like, I'm having close fights with, then maybe, like, if we can agree to do some death matches so people can actually PK some rune sets, that might be kind of a good idea. I think it's more fun for the people watching the fights as well if people actually are dying. Happy to do that with people that I trust to also stick around. Have a look at our magic XP here. 40,000 XP to go until 80 magic. I have no idea how much magic XP I'm getting an hour here. It must be more than 30. Because otherwise we'd be here till like 3 in the morning, but I'm not sure how much we're getting. We're pretty close to the same melee stats now. I'm 70, 80, 70 on the main. Oh, nice, man. What? How much HP do you have, Jay? Shout out to Hash Oil for stocking me up on laws. Shout out Hash Oil, man. The real MVP. I'll do some full rune melee DMs with you, but I'll win because I bring enough prayer pots. True, but it does mean that I'll have more sharks than you. So maybe it evens out, I don't know. 91? Damn, bro. 10 more HP. Firebolt is 30k per 1,000 casts roughly. Really? That's interesting. I feel like I'm getting more than that. But that might just be like complete placebo effect, to be fair. If I remember, Firebolts average 36 XP per cast. 35 to 37k with gloves. Fire Blast 50 XP per cast. Damn. Yeah, I don't have the Chaos Gauntlets. I still feel like we're getting more than 30k XP an hour though. Because we've done 2 clue scrolls and still like... I think I was thinking when I started this tonight, I was like, oh, if I did nothing but maging, it would take me like 4 hours to get the level. And we're like 2 hours in. We've done 2 clues and we're like 40k away already. So we must be getting more than 30k. Maybe the wizard boots are... maybe the wizard boots are just coming in clutch. Who knows? Maybe my math was just completely off. That's a very real possibility, to be fair. Could be the whiz boots. Test without them. Yeah, I feel like most people probably aren't using wizard boots. Although, I don't know how much they actually help. I mean, what's the stats on wizard boots? Let me check this. They give a +4 magic attack bonus. So, like, I mean, it only really helps with accuracy. I don't know how much +4 accuracy, like, would really affect XP an hour. I mean, I'm sure, like, over the long term, it, you know, it does... It helps, but I don't know how much of a difference it would make right now. I mean, it's definitely helping the clue leads. Fire Blast's 50 XP average, with Wizzy 52 XP average. Okay, interesting. Over 1,000 casts could be significant. True, I guess it all scales up, doesn't it? If you, like the more casts that you're doing, it will scale over time. Extra 2k XP an hour if you're getting 1k an hour in. Yeah, true. Was only getting 800 casts per hour banking debones and hides though. Yeah, true. I mean, I'm. Oh wait, were you banking? You're banking the bones as well as the hides, were you? I'm burying the bones but banking the hides, so I'm probably getting a little bit more casts in per hour. Also, Infinity, do you want these back before I end the stream tonight, or do you want me to just hold on to them until I hit 80 magic? Go ahead and hold on to them. All right, no worries, man. Thank you. Yo, any difference with the boots on? Yo, Gills. I mean, it seems like our clue luck has increased because we got the tan cav, but I think we were just talking about it, and I think we're like maybe giving us like a couple thousand extra XP an hour. It gives a +4 magic accuracy bonus, so it's not increasing any damage, but it might be increasing like, you know, how often we're hitting potentially. But it's not like a huge increase, but obviously the longer the more casts you do, the longer you are here for, the more that slight increase will scale up. So over the long, you know, you might only be getting an extra 2,000 XP an hour. If you're here for 10 hours, you're getting an extra 20k XP. Might be increasing DPS. Yeah, true. Yeah, it doesn't increase like your max hit or anything, but if you're hitting more often, yeah, maybe increasing the amount of damage you're doing in a certain amount of time. Yeah, more likely damage per hour. Yeah, I think you're right, Keepler. Probably not DPS, probably DPH. Also, they just look pretty sick, don't they, really? And let's be honest, boys, Fashionscape is, like, the main priority, right? If you can do whatever you want in-game, but if you don't look cool while you're doing it, then really, what's the point? 35k XP to go, boys. I said I didn't want to stay up too late tonight because I stayed up late last night, but I feel like we're getting kind of close to the level, so maybe we will. We'll see what happens. Yeah, man, I've been wanting wizard boots since members came out, but they have just gone up so much I couldn't buy them. How much are wizard boots at the moment? Let's have a little look on the old marketplace. Yo, someone's trying to buy for 4 mil. 7.9 mil, 8 mil? Holy shit. They were selling like 2 months ago for 4 or 5 mil. Now they're up to like 8, 9 mil. That's fucking crazy, bro. Buying them for 8 mil is insane to me. Yeah, I feel like wizard boots would not be at the top. If I was like trying to buy high, you know, like valuable items, I feel like wizard boots would not be that high on the priority list. I'd be trying to go for like the Robin and the Rangers before I went for the wizard boots. Sold mine at 2.15 mil. Oh no. What are the sales though? Is anyone actually paying that? I mean, it's saying that they've been bought and sold for like around 8 mil recently. Trying to get a pair for 2 mil for a month, but the guy selling never logged back in, and when he did, he wanted 10 mil. Fucking hell. It's extortion. That's why Rangers are like 16, 17 mil though. Yeah. I mean, also, like, wizard boots used to be from medium clues, like Rangers were, and then they updated it to be from easy clues, because that's what it used to be back in the day. Which is kind of interesting, because you can grind easy clues a lot faster than mediums, I would assume, right? But I guess just people just maybe aren't doing easy clues because the rewards are just trash unless you get the wizard boots. Although, actually saying that, you can get the black armor. The black armor's worth something. But I guess just people aren't doing easy clues as much. Now I have the money, I'm just going to save for Rangers, because those will always be best in slot and only 10 mil more. Yeah. But like range gear is probably like more important than mage gear anyway. Because I feel like you ranged a lot more stuff than you would use mage. For now, at least. Berries are worth bank also, so is High Armor Mask. Actually, that's a good point. I feel like the easy rewards are actually like worth more than the mediums, unless you get rangers, actually, now that I think about it. Easy clue loot is worth much more than mediums, just harder to get. Yeah. 1 in 420 easy, and I haven't got a single 1 in 420 drop on easy clues in around 50. I guess you've got to do another 370 of them, Gills. Haven't cast a single combat spell since getting 55, aside from Windstrike. Yeah, I kind of assumed I would just be like high alking all of my magic levels, to be honest, but it makes sense for me to mage blue dragons at the moment, based on my goals for prayer and crafting and stuff. Maybe one day when we finally complete the hard clue log, maybe we'll go for the easy and the medium logs. Well, that's going to take a long time to... Well, maybe it won't take a long time with the way our clue look's been going, but I'm assuming it's going to take a long time to complete the log. Because even if we get, like, super spooned, continue to get super spooned with the hard clues, there's a very good chance that we get down to, like, 2 or 3 that we haven't had yet, and we just keep getting dupe after dupe after dupe. So I think even if we get spooned uniques, it's still going to take a really long time to get every single one. That's how RS works. 10 of everything else before the last one. Yeah, 100%. But, I mean, It's also going to mean that if I get a ton of dupes, it's just going to mean I'm going to make a lot of money by selling them, right? I mean, hopefully, if there's still demand for people wanting to buy them. Because that is one thing I've been aware of, right? Is like, since I started going for this goal, like the first ever unique I got was Sarah legs. And I got a Zami plate body pretty early on as well. But like, I'm not selling them. I'm only selling the dupes. So I'm holding on to them, and the longer I hold on to them, the more they're going to decrease in value. So I probably could have made more money if I'd have sold them all as I got them. But I want to, like, I know bank space is limited, but I really want to just have like one of every hard unique in the bank. Once I complete that goal, then I probably will sell a bunch of them off, but I want to collect every single one if I can. What's up, Callum? What's the fastest way to get medium clues? You could kill guards. I mean, the fastest way to get them is to cannon guards. Use a cannon and kill guards. But if you don't have a cannon, then probably still guards. But you could also, if you wanted to mix it up, you could kill tribesmen, you could kill ice warriors, you could kill jogers. But yeah, I think guards are probably the best. Remember, people used to basically pop a cannon down in Falador Square to hunt their medium clues. Can you use a cannon? I'm pretty sure you can use a cannon in Varrock Palace, right? Although maybe it's not multi-combat, so it's not worth doing. I think if you're not using a cannon, Varrock Palace might be the best place. But if you are using a cannon, Falador is probably the best with a cannon. Yeah, no worries, Callum. Good luck on your medium clue hunt. $30,000 XP left to go, boys. Just did my first clue, didn't get anything special, but was really fun. So I'm on RD guards at the moment trying to get more clues. Hell yeah, dude. He's getting hooked on the clues, boys. He's one of us now. I'll send some clue RNG your way, Callum. There you go. Hopefully you get something good on your next one, man. Hey, Cloudy coming in with the RNG as well. Thank you, Goat. Just got to clue myself. Yo, good luck, Ugear. Hopefully you get something good, bro. What type of clue you got, man? Hard, medium, or easy? Yoink, I needed that. Nighthound definitely needs it from what I've seen. Feel like clues are just a way to up my rune stack. True. And that could apply to mediums and easies by getting magic runes, or it could apply to hard clues by adding to your rune stack of like rune armor, to be fair. Mediums, not the biggest fan of hards. Okay. I really like hards. Hards are definitely my favorite type of clue. Because even if you don't get a unique, you have a very good chance of getting like rune armor and stuff, which you can either keep for PKing or you can alch for decent money. You could also get like noted sharks, which are nice. You can also get like a ton of lore runes and nature runes, which is also very nice. Like, it's kind of rare that you get a really, really trash hard clue. Like, it happens. Sometimes you'll get, like, a rune axe, a rune pickaxe, like 3k GP and some lobsters, but, like, most of the time you get, like, at least, like, 30 to 50k worth of stuff. Gotta join a Zoom. Thanks for the content, G-Man. Peace, y'all. Alright, Jay. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Have a good one. Doing a hard clue right now, just walking all over the worldy. Yeah, to be fair, that is the annoying part of hard clues, is walking all over the wilderness for the coordinates. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm really looking forward to when they add the Sara wizard in, so the coordinate clues are not all in the worldy. But good luck on the clue, Dizzle. I believe in you, man. You can get something good. Got 29 rune pickaxes from clues so far. Yeah, dude, I got a ton of rune axes and rune pickaxes. If anyone needs to buy a rune axe or a rune pickaxe, hit me the fuck up, because I have plenty of them in stock. How's death better value? Yeah, for sure. How are we doing on prayer XP from all these dragon bones? 428. Ooh, we're like 21k XP away from a level. Not too bad. 2 rune plates, 2 rune skirts and some lobbies, I'll take it. That's not too bad, to be fair. That's not too bad. If you're not getting a unique, I'd be pretty happy with that. That's decent, yeah. I remember when Old School first came out, there was a guy that would literally, all he would do, like, I think he streamed, all he would do every single day was kill cave horrors. That's all he would do. And he made so much money because all he would do was basically get black masks or get hard clues and do hard clue scrolls. So like he literally just did that for like years, and he would just sell all the black masks and then sell all of his clue loot, and he made absolute bank doing that. Was that 2013? The guy who never used mic, just bumped music? Yeah, I think so, Dizzle. It was kind of a cool, concept for an account, but I don't think I could do that for that long without doing anything else. It was really cool to see like all the loot that he ended up getting at the end of it. Also remember that when Old School released, the guy that was the first one to get 99 herb lore was basically just like, people would like just bring herbs and secondaries to him, and like he would make all the potions and just like trade them back to the person that gave them to him. So he was like getting funneled really hard, but it was like a nice kind of community kind of coming together to try and get this guy to 99 herb lore, and then obviously people that didn't have the herbal levels to get potions were able to get like all of the herbs turned into pots. 26k XP to go, boys. HP is still going to take a while. What are we at? Coming up to 300k, so like a what, 125k-ish to go. It's going to take a long time. I couldn't remember what your name was, Dizzle, actually. Do I have you added? I feel like I definitely had you added at one point. Maybe I ended up removing you because I ran out of space before the update. There we go. You're back on the friends list. To be fair, Garlic, we've never really interacted in game. Yeah, true. I have seen you around in game before though. But yeah, I don't think we've ever really like traded or PM'd each other. Aside from the great creaming of 2025. Is that what we're calling it now? The great creaming of 2025. Dude, honestly, I feel like I have a very biased view of that event. I feel like everyone else on all the other teams is like pointing out all of the problems and issues that cropped up in that event. All of like the weird, like there wasn't specific rules clarified on certain things. Like even the team leaders, I feel like, you know, we took them out pretty early, so they were just all kind of like, what do we do now? I was having a fucking great time the whole event, though. We were absolutely killing it, man. Like, we targeted all the team captains super early, so they all got knocked out. I don't think any of them came back. And then all the other team members on the other teams were, like, just so confused about what's going on. But we were there. We had cohesion, we had cooperation, we had collaboration. We looted the mine runes early to hand out to the team to keep us going. We had some, if I do say so myself, some good shot calling. I was having an absolute blast. But I feel like everyone else at that event was like, just absolute chaos, what is happening? We were a unit. We definitely were, man. And like, big props to the Cream Team, Dream Team. Because, you know, people were following the calls. We were all sticking together. You know, we didn't get separated from each other. Everyone was piling on the right targets. I feel like we only lost like maybe 4 or 5 people the whole thing. And their sacrifice will always be remembered forever in our hearts. But I feel like we ended the event with like most of our team members still alive. Although I do feel if we do another event like that, I am going to be a massive target because of our victory in the first event. Might even be some like cheeky alliances going on to bring down the cream team. They're going to team up against the reigning champs? Yeah, 100%. I honestly, if we didn't get that clutch like 1000 mine rune loot quite early on though, I don't know if it would have been any different. Like, we all like split, like we were told there was going to be 3 rounds, so we all bought like 200-300 mine runes with us instead of the 1000, and we all ran out. But like, we managed to get that 1000 mine rune loot and then hand it out amongst the team members, which definitely like gave us a massive advantage. So if we hadn't have got that loot, I think we'd all just been like standing there like, oh, we can't do anything. Yeah, I only bought like 400. Some people bought even fewer. I think I bought like 250. It was definitely not enough. Yeah, dude. When I'm old and wrinkly in the retirement home, I'm gonna. One day I'll remember that there's because I made like a highlight video. If people haven't seen it, of the Windstrike Wars event, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna rewatch that when I'm really old and be like, oh man, those were the days. Gonna tell my kids this was World War III? Yeah, bro. Back in my day, we didn't storm the beaches, but we were doing things at Greater Demons, let me tell you. Imagine your granddad telling you that he cream pied a bunch of guys online with his friends. Granddad, please stop. Like, anyone in chat right now that doesn't have context to this is going to be like, what did he say? What have I tuned into? Dementia going to be awkward for the grandkids. They'd never seen cream like it, I'd tell you. Oh my god. Whatever happens with 2004scape in the future, boys, we've got the cream team, dream team memories to keep us going. We'll always remember that fateful day. It did also feel like a kind of like a little bit of retribution for the way that the teams were picked. Like, it literally took an hour for us to pick the teams for that event, and because I was who's this? Oh, it's you, Dizzle. Because there was like 5 team captains, right? And when we were picking the teams, I was the last one to pick each time. So in my head, it would have made sense for like Captain 1 would pick someone, Captain 2 would pick someone, Captain 3 would pick someone, Captain 4 would pick someone, then I would pick someone. And then it would make sense for me to then pick another person, and then Captain 4, then Captain 3, then Captain 2, then Captain 1. But it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every single pick, I got like the last pick out of everyone every single time. And to then pick the amazing team we did and come out on top. Victory's never tasted so sweet, to be honest. Bit of an underdog story. Like, I literally had a few picks lined up, and then they were all taken by the time I got to my first pick, and I was like, what do I do? Think I snuck into your chat to tell you my mage and HP level so I didn't get picked last. Yeah, a couple of people were doing that. They were like, oh, by the way, I've got like a decent... My combat level might not be that high, but I got a good magic level. And was like, all right, we'll pick those boys up. Add them to the roster. There was also like a bit of a... There was a little bit of a scramble at the end of the team picking. Like, the team picking portion of the event had finished, and everyone was like gathering in their groups. And then there were like a couple of stragglers that just sort of turned up and were like, "Can I be on your team?" And I was like, "Here, have some robes, have some mind runes, join the team. No one will know." So I feel like we did kind of like poach a couple of people after the picking had ended, but. We don't talk about that. We won fair and square. No noobs left behind. You were doing a community service. Exactly, man. I was just making sure everyone was involved in the event. You know, I was doing a public service. Also, welcome in everyone that's joined the stream recently. I see our numbers have gone up a little bit. Hope you're all doing well today. Thanks for tuning into the Garlic stream. It is kind of crazy, the viewers that we get on a weekday. So like there's 208 people online right now, and we are like have, I think, like 40 viewers. That's like nearly a quarter of the player base is watching the stream. Maybe some of you aren't playing, but still crazy numbers to be putting in. So thank you for the support, guys. I appreciate you all watching. Whether you're chatting, whether you're lurking, doesn't matter to me. Glad to have you here with us. Sad not playing at the moment. Hey Hugo, how you doing, man? Are you like not playing specifically right now, or are you taking a break from 04? Break for a bit? That's fair enough, man. It's fair enough. Don't want to burn yourself out. Nothing wrong with taking a break and coming back in the future with new updates or whenever you feel like it. Maybe some melee on the weekends. Yeah, man, got to try and get that rare, bro. Hashtag cream pie. I still find it kind of crazy that there's people that like don't even play 04 at all that watch the stream. There's some people that have like never played RuneScape that watch the stream. I think Tralfa's never played RuneScape, or at least hasn't played RuneScape in a very long time, and he comes in. He's a member of the channel, tunes in when he can. It blows my mind that there's people that just like enjoy the stream even if they're not like a RuneScape player themselves.
Take my hand and lead me away to another place.
20k prayer XP for 65 prayer. Prayer is going to be a problem, I think. Because even if we hit 70 crafting, we're only going to be like 67 prayer, so we're going to have to figure out how to finish that off to get it up to 70. Hey Bjorn, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. Oh, Hugo, you're Mime Jr. I've seen that username in-game before, but I didn't know it was you. What have you been working on in 04 recently, Bjorn? Are you still on the crafting grind, or are you doing different bits and pieces? Still suffering through nerve pain, but at least no more fever? Oh shit, I didn't even know that you were having any of that. I hope you get better soon, bro. That sounds not fun. Probably painful as fuck, right? Yeah, I can imagine. Like, nerve pain is no joke. Got cream pie fever. Gotta be careful what kind of circles you make that statement in, Max, to be fair. Was off 04 a lot for the past 3-4 days due to it. Basically missed the whole rare weekend. Damn. I mean, at least you got the white party hat early on, I guess. But that sucks, dude. Hope you feel better soon, man. Accidentally typed that into my work group chat. Some reason HR wants to meet with me now. Just send them a link to the Windstrike Wars highlight video I made, and they'll understand everything. Send them the link to the gang cream video. We might not be talking about the same video there, here, to be honest. Gotta be careful what links you're sending. Want to re-upload your Windstrike event on the hub now? What would you call it? Like, what would you title it? 20 guys, 20 guys, cream pie. So, you could come with some imaginative titles for that video. Crowds overwhelmed by I don't know. Crowds of people get creamed by the cream pie team. 16k XP to go. Mr. Mammal's third age clue is on Pornhub. Is it actually? That's hilarious. 20 creamers coating inside a group of unsuspecting men. I'm dead, bro. Oh my god. Make sure to link the YouTube in the description, boys. We got to get those views. We got to get those views. But also at the same time, who the fuck actually, like, who are these people that genuinely make Pornhub accounts? Like, I do not understand the people that comment on Pornhub. But you know, you get like, these weird people like just commenting like, "Oh yeah, she'd get it. I like her." Who is making accounts to make these comments? Like, what? I do not understand the mentality behind that. Can't pay for premium without an account. Who is paying for premium, bro? I do not understand. The idea of having them make a porn account is the only thing holding me back from doing it right now. Some people are just very moved by it all. Oh dear. The level below degenerates, whatever that is. RuneScape players, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what you'd call them. Oh, I've got an... We're disconnecting. We're back again. Dude, this internet is seriously pissing me off. Yo, Petroglyph, how you doing, man? I'm there to comment on how good the acting is. Wait a minute. There's no sharks in the bathtub. If you know, you know. Oh, I thought my mic had broken then. My ISP does that as well, randomly DCs. Dude, I'm cat sitting for my mum for the week, so I'm at my mum's house this week. I brought my PC and everything over to still be able to stream. But I'm like genuinely getting 20 down, 7 up on my speed test. It is horrendously bad. We've DC'd like 5 times tonight. I do not understand how people live in 2025 with internet like this. It doesn't even make sense why internet like this exists. Like, even like the bottom of the barrel fucking subscription should have like better fucking internet than this. It is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot wait to go back home and have good internet again. Once every day my internet drops for like 10 to 20 seconds. Really annoying for Zoom meetings. Yeah, that sucks. Is it like at the same time every day, Max, or is it like random every day? Welcome to a monopoly. Dude, I think the reason why I get so tilted by it is because I remember like growing up in this house and complaining every day that the internet is bad, and my mum just like not comprehending why internet needs to be good and like what bad internet is, and she's like, oh, it's fine, I can send my one email a day to your grandma. It's like, mum, like fucking hell, like no one lives like this. It's like we're in a third world country with this internet. And so being back here where it all started, I think just like infuriates me even more. That's horrid. I have cheapest internet on market at the moment. It's better than your mum's. Yeah, it's so... And do you know what? The really bad thing about it, the thing that is like I really struggle to comprehend is that her boyfriend that is gonna move in here soon with her is a fucking cybersecurity like guy that's been working in IT for decades. How he has not like convinced her to upgrade the internet, I do not know. Maybe because he doesn't live here yet, he doesn't care, but maybe when he moves in they'll upgrade. I don't know. But yeah, it's fucking horrendous. It's random. That sucks. At least if it was the same time every day, you'd be able to like plan around it a bit more. Pay so much for internet too? Yeah, I would be very interested to know how much my mum pays for her internet a month. Because if she, like, I would not be surprised if she's like getting completely ripped off. Killing Jad, hoping the internet doesn't drop. Yeah, dude, that must be fucking rough. I know the pain, bro. I remember those days. Yeah, I remember playing League of Legends as a kid on the family computer. Because I like couldn't afford my own PC. I remember when I think it was when I was like 15 maybe, I got like all the different parts to build my own PC for my birthday, and I actually had a good PC then. But playing League of Legends back in the day, 10 FPS. 10 FPS. But can you imagine? And I just got used to it. And then when finally I built my own PC, I was like, holy shit, this is like night and day how good and bad those things are. He knows that random cutouts improve the security of your home. The hackers cannot predict it. True. Can't DDoS someone that's already been fucking DC'd. Awful. 10 FPS is unbearable. Yeah, I mean, this was back in like... When was this? This must have been like 2011, 2012 maybe. But still. And it was on like... You ever got like... When you're at school or whatever, like, you ever have those like square monitors? That like, it's like, wasn't 1080p. It was like a really weird resolution. It was like an actual square monitor. I don't know how I fucking managed to play games on that, but... I guess I just got used to it. When RuneScape HD came out, I begged my parents for a graphics card so hard. 10 FPS, holy. Bet you felt like you had a supercomputer when you built yours. Yeah, dude, I remember I got the GTX 1070. And honestly, I used that for a very long time. Very long time. These days, I've got an RTX 4070. I've got a Ryzen 7 5800X 3D. The 3D is important. Cost a lot of money, but I use my computer a lot, so if you actually calculate it out to how much I'm spending per hour, it's actually very cheap, I would say. Only just upgraded my GTX 970, so I feel you. Yeah, I feel like I think I used the 1070 literally up until like a year or two ago, honestly. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get... Well, actually, there's a whole story about me trying to upgrade my graphics card. The reason why I have such a good PC now is because I tried to buy a graphics card and it just didn't go well. I won't go into like all the details because it's a long story, but essentially I tried to buy like a Radeon graphics card that was really good. Got it off eBay, didn't work. tried to like troubleshoot it, ended up replacing basically everything in my computer to get it to work. Still didn't work. Sent it back, got a 4070, and then had like a super computer because I'd upgraded every single component of my PC to try to get this graphics card to work. So it was like fucking so expensive because I basically just like paid so much money for every part, and I was like, if I'm gonna buy a new processor, or if I'm gonna buy a new RAM, if I'm gonna buy a new motherboard, I may as well get a good one. So I just got like good everything. And the graphics card still didn't work, so I sent it back and got a 4070. So now my computer's like pretty good. RuneScape HD character models were way less cool than the old school ones though. They ruined the whip's look. Oh yeah, 100%. The whip was way better back in the day. I agree. My cousin got scammed like 5k when he was buying stuff for his computer. How did he get scammed? Like, did he just buy stuff that he didn't know what he was buying, or did he buy stuff and it wasn't the things that got delivered weren't the things he bought? Had something like that. The problem was the power supply for some reason. Computer would just shut down randomly. Yeah, I mean, if you've got like a beefy rig but not enough power supply, then it will shut down if you can't actually power the components. But I've got like I think I got like an 850 watt power supply, which should be more than enough for what I use it for. It's like one of the gold rated ones as well. Nah, I use, whenever I'm building my PC and upgrading it, I always use like PC part picker to make sure it's all compatible and has enough power and everything. Used to buy PC parts off eBay and sell used computers. Generally, if you get some sellers with good reviews, it's fine. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the guy that sold me the graphics card, like, he showed me videos of him, like, installing it and it working on another computer. And he did try and help me troubleshoot it. And he even got, like, his other friend involved to call me and try and troubleshoot it. But it was, like, he basically, like, he was telling me to do a bunch of stuff that I'd already done. And, like, at the end, like, basically after all of this troubleshooting, I was basically like, look, mate, like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but, like, I do work in IT, and I've built computers since I was 15, you know, like, I do kind of know what I'm doing. I'm not, like, an idiot. Like, it just genuinely just isn't working. Because it would be, like, I'd boot my computer up, it would work, and then whenever I opened any game, my computer would crash, and I was like, look, it's just, like, I know, I have a general sense of what I'm doing, you know, I'm not, like, an expert, but I'm not an idiot. And he was like, okay, well, I can either, like, keep troubleshooting, or I can just refund you. And I was like, yeah, just refund it, and I'll just buy the 4070, fuck it. I'd been without, like, a PC that worked for, like, 3 days at that point, so I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Upgraded it, and it was fine. Bought all the exact parts some YouTubers said too, so I was surprised it had issues. Pretty well respected one as well. Interesting. He bought stuff, and then the seller was sent him back money, and the guy was like, oh, I sent back too much. So my cousin sent him back his money, but it turned out he never sent my cousin any money. What the fuck, bro? That sounds sketchy as fuck. PC I built nearly 15 years ago, still going strong? Hell yeah, dude. Right, boys, it is basically 2 AM, but I'm going to grab one more beer to finish up this magic level. Also, probably need to see if the cat needs to come inside. Right, I'll be right back. 2 secs.
what you did to me. Made me double take it right on my teeth. Had me burning in the 3rd degree. Made me rip off the heart on my sleeve. I don't know if I can stand another night with you near my side. I can feel us tearing apart from the way you fucked my mind. I can clean my sanity. You're my enemy. You're my enemy. You fucked my mind, I can clean my sanity. You're my enemy. I feel like my life is passing me by. 40 years and 7, that's a true crime. Money's off the top of the house in real time. Follow me into water where we will find love. Made me double take it right on my teeth. Had me burning in the 3rd degree. Made me rip off the heart on my sleeve. I don't know if I can stand another night with you near my side. I can feel us tearing apart from the way you fucked my mind. I can clean my sanity. You're my enemy. You're my enemy. You fucked my mind, I can clean my sanity. You're my enemy. And you were gone. I said I'm getting out. Fuck this town, I'm gone. I'm always on the run. It didn't go to plan. If it's the wrong move, you can shoot me where I fucking stand.
Right, I am back.
My side, I can feel us tearing apart from the way you fucked my mind. I can clean my sanity. You're my enemy.
What level? 80 magic beyond. Did throw an EVGA 1070 Ti in it a few years ago. Yeah, I had I think I had the EVGA 1070, but not the Ti. Heard him guy be back in 2 sexes. How long does Scarlet last? It's not what I said. Also, I'm very concerned about that because the only the only other living thing in this house right now is the cat, which is not ethical nor preferable.
You wanna turn me off. You wanna flip the switch.
Oh, for fuck's sake, the cat wants to go outside again. Hang on a sec.
I know what makes you tick. We used to be so young and free. Yeah, baby, don't treat me like a machine. I could still be just what you need. No, baby, don't treat me like a machine. Wanna go to your apartment, take it back to where we started. We'll be everything you wanted, you wanted, you wanted. And I know it could be perfect, and I know it would be worth it. We'll be everything.
I swear, he goes outside, he comes back in. All he wants to do is come back in to have a little nibble on his fucking food, and then he's straight back out again. Ooh, 6k XP to go. Yeah, we are definitely getting more than 30k XP an hour here, for sure.
Yeah, baby, don't treat me like a machine. I could still be just what you need. No, baby, don't treat me like a machine. We used to be so young and free. Yeah, baby, don't treat me like a machine. I could still be just what you need. No, baby, don't treat me like a machine. Wanna go to your apartment, take it back to where we started. We'll be everything you want.
Be nice if we could get another hard clue before the 80 magic though. Would be nice. With a shot at another unique. I mean, we're not going to get the level this trip, so we have one more trip basically, I think. Before we get the level to get another clue. Then it's back to the smithing grind, I suppose. Sup, John? He's just a wild baby. He wants attention. What kind of cat? Do you know the breed? So it's some kind of mix of stuff. It's not like a. It's definitely not a purebred. We kind of like adopted / stole him, so we don't really know that much about him. But it's basically like a short hair, like mottled white and brown, white and grey kind of cat. Cats are incredibly smart. They communicate a lot in their own ways. Yeah, sometimes very, very weird behaviour, but you're right. Plus they're really soft and cute. Yeah. I mean, it used to be... So, I'm at my mum's house now. This is where the cat lives. Or even though it's technically mine and my girlfriend's cat. But basically, when I was still living at my mum's house, my girlfriend also moved in. Like, fucking... Like, what, 10 years ago now, maybe? 10, 11 years ago. And, there was... We live in like a... My mum lives in like a cul-de-sac. And there were some neighbours that had a cat. And basically they had a couple of kids. And then ever since the kids were born, the cat basically just kept coming over into our garden because it wanted to escape the loud, noisy children. So it kept coming into our garden, and we would sort of just like leave the back doors open in the summer. So he would just like come and just fall asleep on the sofa and stuff. And then like every night, we would kind of just let him do whatever he wanted. And then every night before we went to bed, we would like pick the cat up and carry it back to the neighbor's house and be like, hey, we've got your cat again. And this happened like again and again and again until one day the neighbors were literally just like, he's obviously like much happier at your house away from these children. Like, we don't want to like force him to like live in our house if he's like not happy. Do you want to just like keep him? And we can like, you know, give you the, you know, we can like assign ownership over to you. We can get like the microchip changed to your address and stuff. And we were like, yeah, we're happy. We like him. This is going over like 2 years at this point. So we were like, yeah, he's kind of part of the family by now. So you know, that's cool. So he became our cat. And then me and my girlfriend moved out, but the house we moved into like didn't have a big the garden wasn't as nice, the area wasn't as nice, and obviously the cat kind of liked it where he was, so we didn't want to like disrupt him too much by like moving him to somewhere new. The house is way bigger at my mum's as well, so we just kind of said, you know, if he's happy where he is, we'll just leave him to live at my mum's. But that's kind of why like we stole / adopted a cat that we don't even live with anymore, is the story of that. My female cat has crazy attitude most of the time, but she can be sweet when she wants. Yeah, I feel like cats are definitely like, they can definitely switch their mood very quickly. They can be like, yes, give me attention, I want to like snuggle up to you, and then like 5 minutes later they're like, get away from me, you peasant, where's my food, let me outside. In my experience, male cats are much more chill than female cats, but both like to play just in different ways. I love cat stories. It's nice of you to take him off the street. Yeah, man. I mean, like, he genuinely is like a part of the family at this point. His name's Freddy. He was named after... I want to say Freddie Flintoff, but I could be wrong there. I feel like it's not Freddie Flintoff. It's Freddie... No, it's not him. A famous Freddy. I can't remember who it was now. But he's called Freddy. And I think he's like 8 or 9 years old now. So he's starting to get up there. Actually, no, he must be older than that, because we adopted him like nearly 10 years ago. So yeah, he must be like 10 maybe. If anyone's interested, there are pictures of him in the Discord, in the pets channel. If you look at the first post I made in the pet channel, there's pictures of Freddy. 5 mins, your cat is patient. Mine lasts 30 seconds of me petting him and snuggling him, then he says enough and runs away. He's also like, he's got like a really like judgmental stare. Like sometimes he'll just wander into the room that you're in, just sit down and just like stare at you like you're a piece of shit. Like he just has that look in his eyes of like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Who are you? Does he want your treats? His stare is when you're trading in your cat for death runes. Yeah, it's like he knows, man. It's quite funny though, because my girlfriend like absolutely loves cats, and like to the point where she will like smother them a bit. Like, you know, when someone just like can't leave an animal alone, it's like she's like constantly trying to pick him up and like cuddle him and stuff, and he's like trying to run away from her. But I'm pretty chill around animals. Like I'll just sort of sit there and let them come to me if they want, and if they don't want to, then like whatever. So whenever we were living at my mum's, like he would always like try and avoid her because he didn't want to get picked up, and he'd just like come and curl up on my lap all the time because he knew that I was just pretty chill. And my girlfriend was like, "Why does he love you more than me? I look after him, I buy him food, I try and love him." I'm like, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just a lot more laid back. I get that as well when I go to other people's houses that have pets. Like, I'm that person where like their pets will come up to me and they're like, "Oh my god, he never lets anyone pet him." It's like, probably just because like you need to just like relax. Like, I feel like animals are a pretty good judge of character. If you're just like a chill person, they can, a lot of the time I feel like they recognize that. My mirror does that too. Being chosen by a cat feels great. Yeah, it's always cool when you like, especially when you like go to someone else's place and they're like, "Oh, my pet's like doesn't really like people he doesn't know." And then they like come up to you and you're like, "Oh, he likes you." I'm like, I do feel like it just generally like just animals can sense if you're just kind of chill, or whether you're gonna, if you're like really energetic or like really hyper or like really loud person. Like animals tend to just try and like get away from that kind of energy, you know. 2,000 XP to go, boys. Let's get it. Sir, dude. Sup, A38. Get it done. I'm trying my best, bro. I'm trying my best. Also, if anyone else has any pets, feel free to jump in the Discord, link in the description, and post some pet pictures in the pets channel. Always love seeing people's animals. It could be a dog, it could be a cat, it could be a snake, it could be a spider. Could be a fish. Was babysitting my mum's dogs for 3 days. Just got home a few hours ago. Hell yeah, dude. That's literally what I'm doing for my mum's. Well, I keep saying my mum's cat. It's our cat, but it lives at my mum's house. It's. I feel like that. It's one of those weird things that you have to try and explain yourself to people when you explain this thing. It's a similar thing to, for the longest time, my dad's girlfriend, like my dad and his girlfriend weren't married. They got married like a few years ago. So now I can just say my stepmom and my stepbrother. But if I was trying to tell someone about my stepbrother before they got married, it was like, yeah, so like my dad's girlfriend's son, and it just like sounds so long-winded that I would just end up saying my stepbrother even if they weren't married, because it was just easier to just use that instead. When they got married, I was like, thank God I can just, like, say my stepmom and my stepbrother. It's so much easier. It's like, yeah, it's our cat that lives with my mum that we adopted. I would just say, like, our cat or my mum's cat at this point. What kind of dogs are they, Iggy? Yo, 80 magic boys coming in. We can now cast stun and we can now cast charge as well. Very nice. We will finish off the trip though, see if we can get ourselves a hard clue. That's going to be 1373 total level. Yo, Takamaloko, how you doing, bro? Haven't seen you since the Windstrike Wars. Is she on the cream team? Dude, that looks so clean, having 80 range and 80 magic. Beautiful stuff. Huge grats, thank you Infinity. I can give you your wizard boots back after this trip. What's up fam? Hella busy with life, but I'm gonna be back, don't worry. Hell yeah man, glad to hear it. Can't level up again? I know, right? If I do, I'm gonna have to go all the way to 85 or 90. I am very, very happy to get that out of the way with though. It's like that level, I was like trying to do my smithing grind over the last 2 days, and I was like, it kept in the back of my head, I was like, just get that one level, just finish it off. Now it's done, I don't have to think about it anymore. So next up on the agenda, we're going to finish off 70 smithing. We do still need to keep killing blue dragons though, because we need like another, like, I want to say like nearly basically 2,000 blue dragon hides to get 70 crafting. That'll also get a 67 prayer. Then we can finish up the prayer. Gonna try and buy some herbs to get up to 70 herb lore as well during that, and then we'll have to host some rune crafting events to get 60 to 70, I think. And then we'll be done with the 70 base stat grind, which will be pretty sick. Then we're just kind of free to do whatever we want. Not sure I'll be on again tonight. I'll try when I get home. That's no worries, man. I mean, if I'll be on in the day tomorrow, so if you're on in the day tomorrow, I can give them back to you, or just on the next stream or whenever. Depends if you're like in desperate need to use them yourself, but I can just hold on to them till whenever you're around. I'm gonna go for combat level 111 or 123 as combat, not any past that. Hey, another rune full helm. Oh, I've got the fucking hiccups. Base 70 poggers. Hell yeah, man. I feel like we started the base 70 grind ages ago. I remember titling my streams 70, because once we hit 60 plus base, we did that for a while. And then I changed the title to 70 plus base that grind, and I didn't realize just how much of a grind it was going to be. We're still very far, like, we're a lot closer than we were, but we're still very far away. Still going to be a good, I would say probably like, at least another 100 hours, at least. But we'll get there. Be on all day tomorrow? Alright, cool, man. Yeah, just message me when you're around, if and I'll trade you the Wizzy boots back. Appreciate you lending them to me. We've also been shooting up the high scores recently, which has been pretty cool. If I search for index on the high scores, oh man, we have overtaken index by quite a decent amount right now. Index is ranked 61. We are currently ranked 53. We are nearly back in the top 50, boys. I wonder if we can beat our record on the high scores. The highest we've ever been on the high scores was 48. If we could get higher than 48, that would be kind of crazy. We're 1373 right now. So we are, yeah, still like rank 52, rank 53 right now. To get to rank 50, we would need to get 1378. So we need another 5 total levels. We're going to get 4 more from the smithing. And then probably some more from crafting prayer. But I feel like by the time we get those levels, rank 50 would have also leveled up as well, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Not that I'm like, you know, I don't really care about the high scores that much, it's just kind of interesting to see where we are. But I used to play a hell of a lot of 2004scape when I wasn't streaming, and then these days I've basically only been playing on stream, which for the longest time has only been once every 2 days. So we definitely started to drop ranks, but if I'd have like been playing the same amount of time as I used to, we'd probably be like much higher, but I didn't want to burn myself out. Having fun. Still got a pretty good rank. Happy with the progress. I have like twice your total XP, but I'm rank 112. Yeah, I've definitely like found that spot of how high a total level can I get with the least amount of XP possible. That is definitely how I've managed to climb ranks. And then I guess like I'm starting to hit that wall right now where I can't really gain more levels without getting like a significant amount of XP. But I really enjoy like getting all of my skills up to like high, like not like super high levels, but I like getting them all up sort of at the same rate if I can, rather than going for like specific 99s. I'd rather get them all up to like a certain level, because then I like look at the stats page and I'm like, oh yeah man, we're getting decked out here, you know. There's not like a single skill that's really sort of slacking. I like doing base for 60, 70, 80, etc. So I always have really low total XP. Yeah, I'm the same, man. I don't like looking at my skills page and seeing like, you know, if everything here was like 70 plus, but runecrafting was like 40, I'd be like, that needs to change. I need to train runecrafting immediately. Although I feel like once we do hit 70 plus base stats, I probably won't care as much anymore. I feel like 70 base is like a good point where I can just be like, okay, it's okay to leave some of these skills at 70 for a very long time. I don't think I'll start going for like 80 base after I hit 70. I think I'm going to leave a lot of skills at 70. I'll probably try and get like some easy skills up to 80 just for like more total levels. So like I could see myself getting 80 fire making, 80 fletching maybe. I feel like those are probably the only easy ones, to be honest. But 80 wood cutting probably as well. But yeah, I'm happy to kind of leave a lot of these skills at 70 for the foreseeable future and then just be free to do what I want. Because there's a couple of other little sort of smaller levels I want to get. Like I want to get 72 agility for the energy breakpoint. I want to get 70 herblore, but I probably will want to get 72 herblore for ranging potions. Stuff like that. So there's like a few little mini milestones in there that I want to work towards at some point. And then it's going to be probably a lot of trying to get my strength as high as possible. Probably turn my ranged up quite a lot as well. But we'll see what happens. It also means that I'm then free to start doing things like KBD trips on stream. You know, get like a 4 or 5 man team together, do some KBD with the boys on stream. That could be good fun. I can continue to do my clue scroll grind, try and get more clue uniques. So, kind of looking forward to being kind of freed from the 70 plus base stat grind, to be honest. Also want to get 71 crafting rather than 70, so I can actually make the blue d'hide bodies. That would be a nice little milestone to get. Come on, can we get a clue scroll before the end of this trip? That is the question. We've got Infinity's Wizard Boots from the guy that's had 3 Ranger Boot drops. Surely we can get another clue. Me after alching all my blue d'hide stuff. Wait a minute, I'm still poor. I get absolutely spoon clues, like at least ×2 the drop rate. Damn. I mean, I've been absolutely spooned uniques. I just haven't had that many. I think I've done like around 50 hards, and I've had that many. You can see on screen how many uniques I've had. That many uniques and 50 clues is absolutely fucking wild. So I don't like get tons of clues, but when I do, I feel like I hit more often than I miss. Which is definitely my preference. I would rather like not get that many clue scrolls, but get loads of uniques than have loads of clue scrolls and get none. Actually, now we've got the magic level, what are we looking like on prayer and HP? Ooh, 430k, so like another 19k, less than 20k XP to go for 65 prayer. not too bad. 65 will be like a nice little milestone as well, to be fair. And then on HP, what are we looking like? 301k, and we need 421, so 100, basically 120k XP to get 82 HP. Nice. That's going to be very slow, but we'll get there. Like I said, we're even though we've got the magic level, we're probably going to switch to ranged and still do a shit ton of blue dragons, because we need like basically 2,000 more hides to get 70 crafting, and even after that we won't be 70 prayer. So whether I buy the bones or keep doing dragons, I'm not sure yet. Although maybe once we hit 70, because maybe when we hit 70 crafting, maybe we stop the blue dragons for a bit, because once we get to 70 smithing, we'll have like 57,000 iron knives. And I'm planning on using those at fire giants. And they don't drop dragon bones, but they do drop big bones. So I'm just wondering, if we use 57,000 iron knives at fire giants, will that be enough big bones to get from like 67 to 70 prayer? I feel like it might be. So maybe once we get 70 crafting, we can just do the rest of the prayer with the iron knives at fire giants. Maybe that's the plan. Because like I was saying earlier, we've never really done like a big fire giant grind on this account. We've done a big hellhound grind. We've done a lot of blue dragons. We've never really got like we've maybe done like an hour or two at fire giants tops. So maybe that's the next chapter of Garlic's account, is we do a big fire giant grind, get in range levels. Because I think if I use all those iron knives at fire giants, I can probably get to like 90 ranged, which would be sick. And then yeah, the big bones might be enough from that to get me up to 70 prayer. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Also, you know, the chance of getting a D-med, shield halves, key halves, rune arrows, probably be pretty good. If you can stand burying that many big bones, yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel like I can bury them until 70 prayer. After 70 prayer, maybe I'll give up. I feel like once I hit 70 prayer, I'll probably just bank any dragon bones I end up getting and wait for the ecto. 22,000 big bones from 64 to 70. I'll be 67 prayer by the time I do Fire Giant's Dizzle. So it'll be 67 to 70 that you need to calc. Because by the time I get enough blue dragon hides for 70 crafting, that amount of dragon bones will get me to 67. $12,600, definitely doable with that many knives. Oh yeah, 100%. Won't be nearly as chill as blue drags though. Yeah. That's what I'm kind of thinking about, is like, it would be if I got to the end of that grind, it would get me a lot of like gains. Like it would get me prayer levels, it would get me range levels, it would get me HP levels, it would get me like a good number of like a decent amount of loot, I would say. But yeah, it's whether I can sit through that many fire giants, because they're not going to be as AFK as blue drags. But we'll see. We'll definitely do like a good chunk of them, I think. We'll do them until I get fed up with them, basically. Location, like how to get there. Oh, you need to do, if you're in the stream, Pyro, you need to do the Watchtower quest, and then you basically go just south of your nil through the into Gutanoth, the ogre place. You speak to the guard by the cave entrance and you say, I want to go in there, and then you go in there, and then you just come into this place here. You can come in here before you finish the quest, but you have to have started the quest. If you've not finished the quest, you have to bring a cave nightshade every time, so it's worth finishing the quest. Did 50 to 80 ranged at fire giants, and for the last few levels, I was killing them so fast that burying the bones got really annoying. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about, to be fair. But I guess we won't know until we try it. We'll try it out and we'll see what we think. Yeah, no worries, man. Dr. Onishi's Psychosis Lab. How you doing, man? Hail Adventurers. What's up, bro? By the way, boys, I will ask you one last time for the evening. If you are enjoying the stream and you've not yet hit the like button on the stream, please do consider hitting the like button. It helps me out with the algorithm and all that bullshit. And if you are new here and you're enjoying the stream, drop me a sub if you'd be so kind. Grinding for the Dragon Defender up to Rune. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Playing some old school. Good luck on the Dragon Defender, man. Hopefully you get it soon. Are we back? I think we're back. Fucking internet, man. It's fucking tragic. We're back, we're back, we're back. 1 month old in RuneScape. Ex-WoW peon. Oh, nice, bro. If you're only 1 month into old school, maybe you're not aware. Maybe you've stumbled upon this stream by accident. We're not actually playing old school RuneScape right now. We're playing a private server called 2004scape, if you didn't know. Oh my god, do not lose these wizard boots, I swear to god. We're playing a private server called 2004scape. It's not old school. It's a recreation of RuneScape as it was in the year 2004, back in the day. So if you look at my stats page, you'll notice there's no Slayer, there's no farming, there's no construction, there's no hunter skills. This is like a one-to-one recreation of the game as it was in 2004. So it's a little bit different from old school. But this is how it used to be way back in the day when we were children. I'd be sweating if I was wearing rares on your net. Yeah. They're Infinity's wizard boots as well, so I definitely do not want to lose them. They're going straight in the bank when we're done with this trip. Boom escape? True. I died to a DC at Blue Drags? Oh, wow. I was a child in the 80s when pen, paper, and dice ruled the show. Oh, hell yeah, bro. It sounds like you're a D&D person, man. I've been a full-time dungeon master for the last, 10 years, man. I also enjoy I mean, I've hosted games online for a long time, but the game that I'm running right now, we've been playing in person with pen and paper for a while as well. I'll hop on to collect the boots after you get close to finish the inventory. Infinity's sweating right now. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll trade them back to you. I'd rather they be safe and sound on your in your bank. Sick. D&D is great. Yeah, man. I love D&D. It's so good. Almost lost 8k Addy arrows. Damn, bro. That would be very rough. I feel like Addy arrows are probably the hardest arrow to actually get hold of. Unless you can you buy them from shops maybe? Maybe they're not as bad as I think, but I feel like up to Mithril, you can buy them, you can make them. Addy bars are kind of hard to get hold of and you need high smithing level. And rune arrows are kind of easy to get hold of because fire giants and the ranging guild minigame. But addies are kind of that midpoint where it's just kind of awkward to get them in large quantities. Dude, I feel like I should live in a country that's like a few hours behind the time zone I'm in, because every time I stream, we always peak viewer count at like 2 in the morning for me, 3 in the morning for me. And it's like way too late. I should be in bed by now. We get a lot of Americans on. And they all tune in, but I'm like, I'm ending the stream soon, you know? Yeah, no clue where they're pulling them from. Yeah. I mean, you can get them as drops from, like, Ice Warriors and stuff, but you get, like, 2 at a time. It's not a sustainable method. And even if you're mining the ores to smith them, like, Addy rocks are few and far between, and they respawn so slowly. I guess you can buy the arrowheads from the Ranging Guild, but I don't think they have loads in stock. Although, to be fair, you Hot Worlds, you could probably buy a fair few. Who has 18k of them? That's wild. A bot was mining, dropping the ore on the floor, so I collected it for a few hours. Oh, damn. Easy, easy, Adior. There's a few Addy rocks in the world. You can just world hop 2 worlds. Yeah, I guess, but I'm assuming assuming by the time you hop through all the worlds, the first world that you were in probably still hasn't respawned yet. I'm not sure. Maybe it does. I'm not sure what the timer on it is. I guess with the 30-second world hop timer, maybe it does respawn. Oh, it was iron ore? Oh, got you. Yeah, a lot of people like to power mine iron because it's good XP. So you can just like stand under them and pick up their ore when they drop them. Coal mining sucks. Oh yeah, dude, 100%. That's the thing, is like, say you want to make like maybe not 8,000 Addy bars, but say you wanted to like make a few thousand Addy bars. The amount of coal you have to mine to do that is absolutely insane, especially without Blast Furnace in 04. So much coal. Cannot wait for the Throne of Miscellanea quest so we can get Kingdom to get coal from that, because oh my god, that'll be a lifesaver. Just put some money in, wait a month, come back, you get like 30,000 coal or something. Be great. Agreed. Coal mining I gave up halfway through and bought the rest. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. The thing with old school is if you want to get like skilling resources like coal or flax or whatever, or herbs, you're literally better off like PVMing for it. Because the drop tables in old school, like you get way more resources an hour if you're like PVMing rather than actually skilling for it. Which is a bit of a shame. That's why 04 is quite nice, because skilling is actually valuable. Recently hit 10k iron ores, now I'm attempting 20k coal. It's brutal. Oh dude, wait till you start smelting it. I had about 8,000 iron ore 2 days ago, and I've still not finished smelting and smithing it. It's taken way longer than I thought it would. PVM? Player versus monster. PVM is basically like killing bosses or monsters, Dr. Onishi. You can only smelt 9 in one go. Yeah, but if basically, like, rather than mining all the ores or smelting all the bars, you can just go kill a boss that drops like 100 of them at a time. Yeah, PvE basically. Yeah, PVM is what we say in RuneScape. Gonna superheat steel bars, then make cannonballs for sale later. Ooh, nice. I feel like I'm probably not gonna bother with cannoning stuff when Slayer comes out. I just want to go proper strip back to basics, vanilla Slayer, and see how we get on. Maybe I'll regret that decision in the future, but I'm too lazy to use the cannon. Oh my god, this is also why I hate these internet disconnections. My stream dropped and I had to restart it. We restarted the stream 3 hours ago. I did not turn on monetization. We've just streamed for 3 hours without monetization turned on. GG. Loving the fact I can farm whatever I want. In WoW, once you get stronger than the NPCs, they don't give XP. Yeah, I never played WoW when I was a kid, but I played WoW basically around the time the whole Pirate Software Roach drama happened. It kind of made me want to try out World of Warcraft. So I made an account on the vanilla WoW server, like vanilla, is it vanilla WoW? Classic WoW? Like the anniversary vanilla WoW servers, and I made a frost mage because I wanted to raid as a mage and not be a roach. But I got to like level 30 and just got a bit burnt out because I was playing like silly hours a day. So I'd never actually ended up getting to raids, but I had a good time playing it. Goal is 85 mining for a moneymaker. Anything I get from that will be bonus mage and ranged XP. Hell yeah, man. 85 mining is... It's a grind. It's a grind for sure. But yeah, getting those rune rocks is going to be nice. But also, yeah, Doctor, like, yeah, to your point about, yeah, like, it doesn't matter, like, how over-leveled you are for a specific monster. You can just farm it if it drops something that you want to get. And obviously, the more over-leveled you are, the more of those drops you can get per hour, which is very nice. Questing in old school is better than WoW, but WoW does PvP better. Questing in WoW is just fetch quests, right? Pretty much. So, yeah, the lore in the quests is very good in RuneScape. Honestly, in RuneScape 3, the questing and the lore is absolutely insane. But the game as a whole is not as good as old school. When it comes to PvP, I've never PvP'd in WoW. I've seen like videos of WoW PvP, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I feel like I would disagree with you that WoW PvP is better than RuneScape PvP. I guess that's hard to say without having experienced WoW PvP firsthand, but and maybe it's just my bias of, you know, I've played RuneScape for like 20 years. I don't know. If I'm going to talk, if we're talking about PvP and MMOs though, I would say the game that does the best PvP is Guild Wars 2. PvP in Guild Wars 2 is amazing. The World v World PvP in Guild Wars 2 is probably the most fun I've ever had doing PvP in an MMO before. Oh no, we got the rune. Oh, we got alk runes. It's fine. We can just alk it. So we can't pick up the rune dagger and the dragon hide, but we can. There we go. Addy Helm G, I think I've gotten 5 times Helms to anything else. God damn, bro. Yeah, whilst questing is bullshit. In old school, I feel like I'm on an adventure, more so when you eat the quest item. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the quests in RuneScape, like there's an actual sort of story behind them. It has like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like it has a conclusion, and then you have quests that are prerequisites for other quests that carry on that storyline. There's a lot of really good storylines in RuneScape quests where you'll be exploring a new area and you'll bump into a random quest and you'll be like, oh, I'll do this quest, and it starts off like small stakes. There's just some guy that needs some help with something. And then, like, you get to the final quest in that series, and it's like you're fighting, like, the fucking vampire lord that rules over, like, the entire area, and you're like, holy shit. And it unlocks, like, a raid or something. It's pretty cool. Infinity, sir, thank you for your wizard boots. They have served me well. We have got a tank cavalier while using them. Appreciate it, bro. Monkey Madness 1 took me about 16 hours. Damn, dude. Have you been using the Quest Helper plugin on RuneLite? Are you playing with RuneLite at all, or are you playing on like the default client? Alright, shower then bedtime for me. Alright, Infinity, thanks for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you coming by. And hopefully catch you later, man. No, but I don't use third-party stuff. It was the same way on WoW. They forced me to use one so I could go on a raid. I told them I did, but I didn't. I never died. Oh, damn. Experience. Dude, that's... Are you, when you're doing quests, are you, like, using the old-school wiki, at least, to, like, look through the quest guide on the wiki? Or are you, like, completely just, like, raw dogging it? Without the wiki, I'd be screwed. Who knew you had to use a knife on a picture? Yeah, I was gonna say, if you were completely raw dogging it, like, Jesus Christ, I like the... you would struggle to make any progress if you didn't have access to the wiki. But that's how we all used to do it back in the day. Like, we didn't used to have Rune like back in the day. We all just used to use like the wiki for quest guides and stuff. So interesting that you're using that, but not the plugins. It's honestly like, I feel like I mean I've used RuneLite for a very long time now because like I said, I've played the game for like 20 plus years. So at this point, there's a lot of stuff that I just kind of know. I don't need like any help. So the RuneLite just sort of is quality of life for me rather than like, you know, rather than just like hand holding me through every single thing. It's more just like quality of life to make things a bit easier for me that I already know how to do. But it's cool that you're experiencing the game without RuneLite for the first time. I think that's a nice way to do it, to be fair, because you're experiencing it as we experienced it when we started playing. So that's cool. But yeah, just I guess for some kind of context, I guess, like, so this is 2004scape. This is a private server for the game from the year 2004. I'm assuming you're aware of like World of Warcraft private servers, so you kind of like understand what that is. But I do have accounts on Old School as well. I've got a main account on Old School that's 33 levels away from maxing, so nearly 99 and everything. Quest Cape, Achievement Diary Cape. I've got an Iron Man on there as well that's like 2k total plus. So I've played a lot of Old School. But I've been really enjoying 2004scape. Started playing in March this year, just after it came out. And it's been fun to play the game again with like the restrictions of only being able to use the methods that were available in 2004. So there's so much content in Old School now that we just don't have access to in 2004scape. It's really strips it back to like the bare bones version of the game that basically when I first started playing the game when I was like 8 years old is basically the version that we're playing at the moment on this. So it's been pretty cool. It's not an adventure if the line shows you where to go. That's a follow line quest. True. Played on Lights Hope. Is that a WoW private server? Yeah, private. Cool. Yeah, I got a couple of friends that used to play WoW back in the day, and they've said that they've played a few private servers. I think there's a guy that also streams 2004scape called Index. I think he's been saying there's like a new WoW private server that came out very recently that a lot of people were very hyped about. Had some like issues when it launched with people not being able to log in. The server crashed or something, but he said he's been playing that a little bit, and he said it's been pretty cool because it's kind of like WoW, but like they changed a lot of stuff. So I don't know maybe whether you've heard about that. Turtle WoW or something? Project Epoch? Is that what it is, Obituaries? Yeah, Index says he's been like playing that with his friends. Obviously, I'm not a WoW player, so I don't really know what's going on there, but it seems like WoW players are pretty excited about it. The leveling reminded me more of Diablo 1, where you can learn any skill, no classes. Okay. I've never been a Diablo. I always say Diablo. I think people say Diablo, don't they? I've never really been a Diablo player. I never played Diablo 1, 2, or 3. Last year, I streamed Old School on Twitch for like 4 years. Never really popped off at all. But eventually I decided to make some videos and stream myself playing Path of Exile. And that went quite well because it basically was like RuneScape player tries Path of Exile, and there was loads of PoE players that would like hop into my stream that were like veterans of the game that would be like giving me advice, explaining the crafting system to me, explaining what I should do and all that sort of stuff. So I played a lot of PoE 1. Basically went through on my first ever account, my first ever character, got all the way to what's it called? Maven. Killed Maven, killed a lot of the Uber bosses and stuff. Basically killed all the bosses. And then I tried a bit of PoE 2, which was kind of fun. Played a lot of Last Epoch as well. And then eventually I didn't stream it, but last Christmas, I decided, fuck it, I'm going to get Diablo 4. Because ever since I started playing PoE, everyone was like, D4 bad, D4 bad, D4 bad, D4's terrible, D4 sucks. And then I started hearing people saying, actually, it's kind of getting a bit better with the updates they're putting in, but it's still kind of bad. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get it and play it for myself and like make my own mind up rather than just listen to all the memes. I actually really enjoyed it. I think it was actually really fun. Now, the end game is a different story. Playing through the campaign of D4, I really enjoyed. I got the expansion as well, played through that. The storyline was great, like the whole storyline through the whole thing, I really enjoyed it. Then I got to the end game and basically did everything in like 3 days, and I was like, oh, there's not really much of an end game in D4. But the campaign, I think, is very well done. Diablo was goated, you missed out. PoE's not bad. Yeah, I had a really good time at PoE. I'm not sure I would go back anytime soon. I feel like once you've done like endgame PoE, like you've kind of done it. I mean, you can do it on different characters and grind different gear and stuff like that. And I get the replayability, but I think the thing that really does put me off PoE is having to do the campaign every single time you make a new character, because it takes like, it's like 12 hours every single time, and I'm like, I don't want to play 12 hours through the campaign over and over just to make a new character to get to the end game. So I don't really have much motivation to do that again anytime soon. D1 was all atmosphere. It was super dark till you got some gear that gave plus light radius. Ah, interesting. Yeah, because I know in like PoE and stuff you can get light radius on your gear, but that's interesting that it was like super dark, so you kind of needed the light radius. Really, I hated D4 and Diablo Immortal. I never played Immortal. Immortal was like the mobile game, right? Too many MTX and pay to win crap. Old school Diablos were sick. It was like the San Andreas of the GTA series. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I think the reasons why I liked D4 was the graphics were nice. Like the game looked nice. The game looked good. It felt smooth to play. You know, the visual effects were nice. And yeah, I just kind of like the storyline. Like, I found myself actually listening to the voice acting and actually like, I wasn't like skipping all the dialogue. I was actually kind of interested in like what everyone was saying and like learning about the characters and like the history of, because a lot of characters in D4 like know each other from like hundreds of years ago where they did like cool shit together. So it was really cool like learning about like what happened to them all and how they all ended up where they were. And then like getting to like the Lilith fight and all that stuff, and I really enjoyed the story. The main campaign story was, I think, was better than the expansion story. The expansion story was okay, but it wasn't as good as the main one. But then, like, once you finish the story, there's just, like, not that much to do. And I was like, okay, like, I mean, all you can really do is grind out the levels of the, I forget what it's called, but the thing where you go in and, like, you grind, like, higher and higher levels of this thing. I can't remember what it's called. But that's basically all you do. Because it's like, you basically grind out, like, the endgame gear from doing that, but then you don't really have anything to use the endgame gear against. Like, you grind for so long to get, like, the perfect gear, and then you're like, right, I'm ready for, like, a proper challenge now, but there's no challenge. Like, there's nothing to do after that. There's no big boss that you need to grind that out to get the gear to do it. You're just kind of, like, grinding it, you get the gear, and you're like, oh, I guess the account's done. Like, I'll just make a new character. Which kind of sucked. Most of my friends that played previous Diablo thought D4 was a letdown overall for the series. Only played about 2 hours myself and refunded. When did you play D4 though, Nighthound? Because I think that's also a big part of it. Because I've heard people really shit on D4 for like the first like 3 seasons. Apparently were just terrible. But like I said, I bought it the Christmas just gone when they'd updated it to make it better. And there was like this sentiment amongst the community that D4 is a lot better now than it used to be on release. So I played it fairly recently. Upon release, yeah, I heard a lot of people say it was fucking terrible on release. I played it literally just this last Christmas, and people say there's still a lot of problems with it, but they say it's a hell of a lot better than it was. So someone that's never played any Diablo games before, just playing through the campaign of that, I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was really good. But yeah, once you basically finish the story, I didn't feel any desire to make a second character. I didn't feel any desire to play the next season. I'm just kind of glad that I bought it, played the campaign, had a good time with the story, and I'm just kind of done with it now. I don't really feel like I want to go back to it at all, but I will say the story was good. In Diablo 2 is the adventurer from Diablo 1 as he takes the soul stone and puts it in his own head. The only thing I really know about like the actual Diablo guy is from playing Heroes of the Storm a very long time ago. Haven't played recently, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's worth playing through now, because, like I said, I played it once, I played the story, I thought the story was good. But as an actual ARPG, I probably would rather play PoE or Last Epoch. If you've not played Last Epoch, I would recommend playing that. I thought that I played that in early access and then played it on release, and I thought that was... It was like a nice middle point between D4 and PoE. It was like... D4 is quite simple, and it was more complex than D4, but PoE is like kind of overly complex in a lot of areas, and it was a little bit simpler than PoE, so it was like a nice midpoint. Can't play it now, bruh. XP waste on 2004scape. True. Yeah, just play 04, to be fair. Fuck off the ARPGs, man. We're playing 2004scape. What am I even talking about? Any game you enjoy is worth it? Like a shit movie where you have fun watching was worth it? Yeah, 100%, man. I agree with that. It's like they say, what do they say? Time you enjoy wasting is not time wasted. I think Master Oogway said that in Kung Fu Panda. But it's true. You know, you could have everyone shitting on a game and saying it's the worst thing ever made, but if you enjoy playing the game, then, you know, play the game. Video game. What's the fucking point of video games, bro? It's to have fun, right? This is true. Some games are like movies. Yeah, I'm sure there's like some games out there that people think are just terrible, but a lot of people probably really enjoy them. It's like their guilty pleasure that they're embarrassed to admit that they actually like the game. What's the game called where you play a bunch of friends camping in the woods that is QTE orientated? I have no idea. Going in the Dragon Defender room with 500 tokens. Good luck, Doctor. Go get that Dragon Defender, bro. First kill, you'll get it. Fucking hell, it's like 10 past 3 in the morning and I got work at 9:30. I need to go to bed very, very soon. Kinda got the 80 magic and then forgot that I have a bedtime. We can, looks like Wartime's live, so we can send him a raid when we're done here. Until dawn. Can't believe you're on. Yo, Cody, what's up, man? I can't believe I'm on, to be honest. I should have been in bed hours ago. Then you said it's 3 AM there. Now it makes sense. Yeah. It's not so bad on like a Friday or a Saturday night, but yeah. On a Wednesday night, I need to go to sleep, bro. finishing my beer, and then we'll wrap things up. We got 80 magic tonight, boys, and a tank cavalier. I've still got the clue fucking overlay on. We probably should turn that off if we're doing smithing. But yeah, working our way towards 70 smithing. I think we should have enough stuff in the bank to get to 68, and then we'll have to finish off 70 at some point. Glad to see you. Enjoy watching you. Got some 80 magic. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in as well. I know there's probably quite a few people that like want to watch the streams and stuff, or like watch the videos and want to watch the streams, but time zones are awkward. So I was saying earlier, like, I wish I kind of lived somewhere that was like a couple of hours behind UK time, because I feel like we always get the most viewers at like 2, 3 in the morning. And that's just like not a sustainable thing for me to do. Fuck that, stream till 6 AM, you got this? If I stream till 6 AM, I'd have 3.5 hours to go fall asleep, sleep, wake up, make a coffee, back to work again. And I work from home, so it's maybe more doable than if I had to drive to the office, but it's still not going to be good working 8 hours on 3 hours sleep. Uproot your entire life and move to America for the content. I mean, America is definitely for the content. Not sure it's a place I'd want to live at the moment, though. Seems like there's a lot of shit going on. Switch the quad shifts and have a nap after work. Dude, I had a nap. I literally had a nap on my lunch break because I went to bed at 3 AM yesterday. Had to get up, work. I was so tired at the start of this stream. I've just drank enough beer to not feel tired anymore. But I had a nap on my lunch break today. Yeah, we are not okay. Also, I would rather have my free healthcare than have to pay health insurance in America, so I think I'm pretty happy where I am for now. It gets like that. Age catches up to your sleep. Dude, well, the thing is like, when I remember being like in college when I was younger, and I remember just like playing RuneScape till like 7 in the morning, and then I go to bed. But because it was college, I would just turn up at like 2 in the afternoon and be like, yo, what's up? I can't really do that at work because they will fire me. Like, it's okay if I didn't turn up to classes in college because I just go do the exam and it is what it is. I need my job to pay my rent and my bills. Like, that is kind of fundamental for me being able to continue playing video games and streaming. If I can't pay my rent, I don't have anywhere to live, and I can't pay my internet bill, there is no games, there is no stream. Unless someone wants to gift me like 50,000 YouTube memberships right now. Where's Mr. Beast when you need him, you know? Age is ruthless. True. I mean, I'm only 28, but I can feel my body starting to hurt. Can't operate after gaming all night and going to work after 3 to 4 hours sleep anymore without feeling like trash. Not like when I could do that for a week straight in my 20s. Yeah. Starting to feel that. Trying to find that gold. Living for diamonds and finding a match. Broken and bummy, but still got some cash. Making it dash when I'm running a pass. Can't calm down, don't know how to relax. Belly the piece, ripping the beat. Killer cam, killer OD. Gunning up cheese, gunning up cheese. Hey, what you want from me? Hi friends, welcome back, Adrian. How you doing? Just bring all your girls, shawty. I can hardly wait, yeah, I try. No lie, let's get real, like right now, yeah, I try. God damn it, I'm fucked. Yeah. Slide on the corner, feeling brand new dope. Got a brand new Worked in catering when a dinner shift might finish at 1 to 2 a.m. and breakfast starts at 6:30, so I can sleep anytime. Damn. Yeah, I used to work at Weatherspoons, which is basically like a pub in the UK. But I would never do. I would basically tell them never put me on a morning shift because I just will not be there. But I'd work nights a lot, so I do like 6 p.m. until like 2 in the morning a lot of times. I am most definitely not a morning person though. I function so much better at night. Kind of wish that there were just like jobs that recognized those kinds of people where they'd just be like, okay, you can start at like 11 in the morning and work till like 7 or 8. Because I'm just like so much more productive in the evening. I refer to your last statement about needing a job to live. Yeah, it kind of sucks, doesn't it? my mum and my dad have both retired this year. And I'm just like, oh man, I wish I could retire. I'm 28 and I wish I could retire. Worked afternoons growing up. Worked 3:30 till 11:30. Got home and game till 12. Then went to sleep till 3 and repeated schedule. Could do this for days on end, no more. Yeah. God knows how much damage I've done to my body over the years. Yeah, I don't want to think about that, to be fair. I've definitely done damage to my body in multiple different ways. Wow, nearly killed me. Also, like, having a relationship also is a big consideration when it comes to like when you're playing video games. Like, usually I've streamed multiple days in a row at the moment because I'm at my mum's house looking after the cat, and my girlfriend's back at home. But usually I'll stream every 2 days because I'll like have a day where I stream, and then I'll have a day where I spend the evening with the girlfriend. Then I'll stream, then an evening with the girlfriend. And, you know, if I streamed every day, then I just, like, would never see my girlfriend. So you need to make time for the relationships in your life as well. Just turn the game off and go to work. No sleep at all. Let's see how long that lasts. Balance, keep that up, yeah. I mean, dude, when I first started doing content for 2004scape, I was like, I would upload a video every 2 days, and I would stream every 2 days. So it'd be like video stream, video stream, video stream, video stream, and I did that for like 2.5 months. Looking back on that, I have no idea how the fuck I managed to do that. No idea. If you asked me to do that now, I would be like, no, that's fucking crazy. I do not know how I did that. Very true. Didn't have a missus in my 20s, so life is different. Yeah, I've had a girlfriend. Well, I mean, me and my girlfriend have been together since we were like, basically since we were like 16, to be honest. There was like a bit of a break at one point, but we've basically been together for like 12 years now. We don't count the break. We don't count the break. Not long, few days max, then pull a sickie and sleep for 20 hours. This man's got the strategy down, boys. Now I can only see her on weekends, really due to work and her kids, so rares are pretty much out the question for me. Ah, damn, bro. I mean, at least you get to see her though, right? Surely, I mean, she's more important than a rare, right? That's wholesome. Amen. She takes prior over this game, albeit sometimes I wish I could grind a whole weekend here and there. Yeah, true. I mean, I feel you for sure, man. Like, I love my girlfriend to bits, but like when I found out that I had to like come to my mum's house to look after the cat for this week, and basically my girlfriend would come over and help me look after the cat, but she doesn't drive, and the bus to get to work for her is like right outside our house, and if she had to get a bus from my mum's to work, she'd have to wake up like an hour earlier, so she's just staying at home for the week. But like having just a week where I'm just like on my own, it's like, yeah, like I miss her and I love her to pieces, but it's kind of nice just being like, I can just stream every day for a week. I just play video games every day for a week. It's kind of like a little mini vacation where I just get to like nerd out and play 04, you know? Hashtag grinder at heart. Be careful, you make sure you include the E when you when you write that out, dude. You take out the E from grinder, that could mean something very different. Straight up, it takes a bit of a toll being in a relationship, despite its many positives. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the true test of a relationship is like the first few months when you move in together. That will make or break your relationship 100%. Just want to get max. Yeah, I mean, like when I was streaming old school a few years ago, I did like, it basically got to the point where I was like, I realized I was streaming like way too much. I was streaming like every single day, and I was like so like locked in on trying to make like the streaming thing work on Twitch that I was like just like not spending any time with her at all. And I was like, after like a few months of doing that, I was like, oh shit, like we are kind of just like roommates at this point. Like something needs to change here. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop streaming as much because this is this relationship is way more important than me fucking streaming a fucking point and click medieval game on Twitch, you know? Yep, sacrifices must be made at the end of the day. Yeah. I mean, they're not... Like, if you think... I guess they are sacrifices, but they're not really sacrifices if you think about it, you know? Like, it's not really much of a sacrifice to not play video games as much to have, like, a healthy relationship. That's not really a sacrifice. That's just kind of common sense at the end of the day. Can we get a key half? Oh my god! Oh my god! We got our first... I feel like that might be a bit of an overreaction. Dude, I have played 2004scape since the beginning of March. I have never had a key half from a mysterious old man casket. Never had a key half. Every single chest has been a gem or coins. The first key half we've ever had from a mysterious old man. Oh my god. It finally happened. It finally happened. Jesus Christ. That's been like, what? 5 months? 5 months it has taken me to get that. Thought you were going to be long ago. Yeah, I need to go to bed. It's nearly 3:30. I need to go to bed. You spend time and pay attention to your girl. It's an investment. Same with the game. True. True. Played for a month and got 2. Damn. Go to sleep, bro. We're gonna finish this inventory. Also, do I have... I don't know if I have the tooth half in my bank or not. Let's check that out. Got the loop. I think we used the last one. Gotta get a tooth half now, and then we can open the crystal chest again. But yeah, I definitely need to go to bed, boys. What we will do, though, if he's still alive... He is. Wartime is streaming some 2004scape. So we're going to send you boys over to his stream. Thank you very much to everyone that has been tuning in. I appreciate you all. If you have been enjoying the stream, please do hit the like button. And if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button as well, guys. Appreciate you. Go say hi to Wartime if you want to keep watching some more 04 content. And I will catch you all very, very soon. And yeah, good luck on, if I don't speak to you before the weekend, good luck on the rares. And I'll catch you later. Peace.